In there and down it goes. Caught at the 30. This is the dynamic Hill. He's in for 6. Tyreek Hill. Touchdown.
Take into your hands a plan. Your own hands can land your own brand. And damn, I feel like no one takes accountability. They want the credibility, convincingly unwilling to put in the hours it takes to get some power. Don't be f***ing sour. Take a cold shower. Scream until you're louder. Work until you're prouder. And f*** all the doubters, they're just your downers. I swear to God they all let me down. I always fought just to wear the crown. I'm f***ed off, it's these f***ing clowns who were all taught they deserve it now. It's only worth it if you work for it.
Yo, let's talk about the Jets beatdown right after these messages.
New seasons, new gear. Show the world what it means to be a fan in 100% authentic gear. Fanatics. Officially licensed everything.
Get ready to dive into a new world of online shopping with the Fins Tailgate. Whether you're a die-hard sports fan or just looking for the latest fashion trends, we've got you covered. With a wide variety of products from your favorite sports teams to stylish accessories and home decor, we're your one-stop shop for all things tailgate. Our easy-to-use website and hassle-free checkout process make shopping with us a breeze. Plus, with frequent sales and discounts, you won't want to shop anywhere else. So come on in and join the party at the Fins Tailgate, your new go-to destination for all things tailgate.
Yo, what's going on? Hey, by the way, tonight, I'm gonna have one thing in common with Bon Jovi. You know what that is? Can y'all hear me?
I could not know what that is.
I'm a cowboy.
Uh-oh.
I'm a cowboy tonight, baby. How are you guys feeling, man, about this dub? 10-4, baby.
I'm loving it, man. I am absolutely loving it. Great job. You know, I've been consistently saying that we can find out more about our team and our offense and in taking care of business against the Jets defense like this. A third-ranked defense, by the way.
Yeah.
By really putting up a good amount of points on them. And then defense, obviously, shutting them out. I mean, what can you say about 0 points scored against you?
Can't hear you, Crypto, by the way. Yeah, 0 points. And by the way, our good buddy Michael K was pointing out every week that this defense is way better than the Titans defense. So there you go. Without Tyreek Hill. Can you hear me? Yeah. Without Tyreek Hill.
Yes, sir. Oh, yeah. Spread the ball all over the place. Good team win on offense and defense, of course. But even on offense, you're talking about everybody getting involved, all hands on deck. Needs to be that every game from here on out. Doesn't matter whether Reek's on the field or not.
Yeah.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, we can hear you now.
Okay.
And by the way, Nene, real quick, Nene, right now you're in second place with 7-4. Lewis is 8-3, and me and Crypto are tied at third place with 4-7. So Lewis is in the lead right now at 8-3. Part 2 will air tonight at 3:00, as always. Can you hear the dogs barking?
Yeah. I guess the dogs approve.
They're celebrating. The winner gets a date with Crypto.
Want me to say that again?
She wants to know what the winner gets. I said a date with crypto. So it looks like Lewis will be getting that date.
That first three, that Saturday was brutal. Well, actually, it was started out Thursday, right? We both won big, and then next thing you know, Saturday came, right?
Yeah.
Saturday, everybody was got off to a good start on Thursday. Then freaking Saturday, we downhill from there. I didn't know Nene picked Detroit, and what's it called? We picked the teacher over the student
Yeah.
and Campbell.
Broncos are riding high, man. I thought Broncos were going to do it, but hey.
Yeah, then they came back down to earth a bit. Detroit showed them how good the offense really is, and that off Panay and those big running backs, that spread, that tight bunch formation they run with the power off tackle to the left side. I just thought it wasn't gonna work against Denver, at least for that week, but it did. I mean, Golf must have had like 8 seconds to throw. It seemed every freaking play. Time he dropped back. But yeah, now the stage is set. Shake Money. We got it. We got it. We got 2 out of the 3 home games left against. Now the narrative is, it's a requirement for the narrative to be broken. Beat a good team, clinch the division, make the playoffs.
Yeah.
That's how. Now the requirement is there.
Yeah,
The stage is truly fully set now.
It kind of brings my question. So if we beat Baltimore, the teams aren't going to be losing. Think about this. Just like I said, if we remember the question I brought up, we lost to the good teams and beat the good teams, we lost to the bad ones. Well, that's what if we beat the Cowboys, that's pretty much.
That's what I say. It forces the narrative to be closed. It's like something's got to give. Either the narrative continues that we don't beat good teams, or any win, even going 1-3, you still kill the narrative because you have beaten at least one good team. You see what I'm saying? So by definition, that narrative automatically gets clinched. Just by winning one of the next 3 games, it automatically gets quenched. You know what I mean? So yeah, now if we lose all 3, then the narrative continues that we can't beat a good team. You see what I'm saying? So this is for all the marbles as far as killing that narrative on Christmas Eve, which obviously we got the capability of doing it. But it's just a matter of taking that 3-hour window next week and putting together a game plan to make it happen. We got 3 plus 3 plus 3. So we've got 9 hours of football on a minimum left in the season. You see what I'm saying? So we got 9. And what are we going to do for the next 9 hours of football? That's what it boils down to, fellas. We got 9 hours of football left in the season, bar no overtime. At a minimum, 9 hours. What can we do to give us the edge in the next 9 hours?
Either way, it doesn't matter. Look, it doesn't matter if Baltimore wins or loses because we still have more conference wins than them. So we're going to be the number 1 seed regardless if they win or lose.
Are you talking about next week or this week?
No, today. If Baltimore wins, we're gonna go back to number 1. Right now, hey, AB,
no.
What's going
on? No, they only got 3 losses, Shake.
Yeah, but 3 losses? Oh, yeah, that's right. Never mind.
Yeah.
So they need to lose. My bad.
Yeah, they have to lose, right? Yeah, right. Yeah, they win. They still number 1 because they only got the 3 losses. Now next week is really on the marble for them if they win today or tonight. Either or, because I think that our game next week against them, not next week, but the following week, was like they play an NFC team, and we play a NFC loss against them won't hurt as much as them losing tonight, because that will be their 4th conference loss. So actually, Jacksonville poses more of a threat than San Francisco as far as the standings. because it's inside the conference, and we in Jacksonville can hand them loss number 4, all in the same conference. Well, we haven't lost 4 games in the conference. We will have a 2-game lead in the conference, as far as conference record. So technically, if you honest, Jacksonville games tonight against the Ravens is more important. Even if we lose to the Ravens,
Give me a
we
second.
need Jacksonville to win tonight more than San Francisco beat them. Because that would afford us a chance to even lose to the Ravens and still get the number 1 seed, because we will own the, you know what I'm saying? Well, of course, we got to finish ahead of them. We can't tie because they're tiebreaker. We just give ourselves more breathing room, I guess, by beating Buffalo. But yeah, especially if they lose tonight, if they don't lose tonight and lose the following week, and then we would probably have a 1-game lead, I think, in the conference at that point. Because we only lost one game outside the conference, and then we lost 2 conference games. No, did we lose 2 conference games? I'm confusing myself. How many did we only lost 2 conference games, right? Or 3? Did we lose 3 conference games? Shake Money.
What's that?
Did we lose 3 conference games already?
No.
I thought we only lost 2 conference games. Yeah.
No, yeah, we only lost 2. We lost 1 to the Eagles.
Right, and what was our other 3 losses? That was against the NFC or AFC? No, the Titans. That's right. The Titans, my bad. So we lost 3.
We lost to the Titans, the Jills, and the Chiefs, the Queefs.
Right. Okay. For some reason I thought we had a 2-game lead in the conference as far as conference victories over the Ravens. So no, we probably do still need the Ravens to lose tonight and next week. Then I was thinking we had a 2-game lead in the conference on them.
I'm dropping the link for everybody to come on up and voice your displeasure for the win.
Oh, I thought we had a 2-game lead in the conference. My bad. So no, we actually do need them to lose 2 straight then.
We need a lose. Let's see. What's going on?
What's up?
Greg?
What a
Greg.
game. Yeah,
Greg.
I may have lost some money today, but it's all good. The Dolphins won, and it's great.
Well, how much did you play on the money line? How much did you get? The money line?
I took the Jets today. I lost. I had 3 separate $1 bets with the Jets, and they all lost.
Damn, reverse
but it's for the
psychology.
betterment of the team. It's for the betterment of the team. That's why I did it, and now I'm happy.
Okay.
And after the Cowboys lose the Bills, I'll be putting some money on the Cowboys next week. It's for the betterment of the team. It's for the betterment of the team. I gotta do it. I'm probably gonna pick the Cowboys next week too. It's for the betterment of the team. It's for the betterment of the team.
Damn, that's some reverse psychology you got going on there.
Well, it's for the betterment of the team, Crypto.
Well, I did put the 500. Well, listen. Remember, I put the $500 bet that we will win the Super Bowl, and I put it in the pool, right, to say, hey, if we don't win, a lucky winner of the drawing is going to get $500. Like I'm betting against myself, meaning it's a lose-lose bet for me and a win-win for the fans that win the drawing, because I guaranteed a Super Bowl victory, and I put 500 and pegged it to the price of Bitcoin. So Bitcoin ends at freaking 88,000. Then you get $1,000 or whatever the percentage gain is. So we'll have the drawing.
And by the way, I need to show some respect. Show some respect for the 2023 Wolfpack Member of the Year, Mr. Polk. What's up, Ali?
What's up, Mr. Polk? Welcome.
Good afternoon, gentlemen. How's everybody doing?
Oh man, wonderful, man. That
Pretty
game
good,
must have been
Ali.
awesome.
Pretty good.
Yeah, hell of a
We're
game.
feeling relieved. We got number 10, man. We were feeling a little bit relieved now. We got the 10th one. We got double-digit wins.
And for all you doubters that thought that that Tua couldn't win with Tyreek, where are you at now? I just want to say that. In addition, this was against regardless of what's going on offense, Miami did beat a team that does have a very good defense. Let's be real about that. So
yeah, man, where are all the people that were on the panel last week?
Yeah. Don't
Yeah,
keep
where
my
you at?
quarterback's name
Well, that
out
was
your effing
well
mouth.
Monday
Tell
You
night.
him,
geeks
Greg.
on
Turn
St.
up.
ESPN.
Turn up,
You
Where,
Greg.
geeks. Give me your
where,
job. He can't do it without Tyreek. He did
It
it
was
with
Monday.
fucking Jalen Waddle
It was but
and
Waddle
others.
where's
filled the
Michael K?
void.
Yeah, where's
Yeah,
Michael K?
Michael K's
Waddle
watching
filled
the
the
Bills
void that
game.
he definitely. I'm glad he filled really really nicely. Now Mike McDaniel can game plan and say, "Hey, I got a game plan I can put together against a great defense without
Yeah.
any key guys being there."
Come on, Cowboys. Win this game.
So they
Win
do
this
that.
game. And then we beat your asses and we clinch the division on Christmas morning.
I
A
need
great
someone.
Christmas present.
I need
Christmas
someone to break
morning.
down that fake to the right and then toss pit play that we keep running week after week. Someone needs to explain to me why we keep doing it, because I'm still kind of confused on why we're doing it week after week. I don't get it.
Fucking Cowboy, you
What is
piece
the
of shit.
what is the what is the success rate? Not league wide, Miami Dolphin wide under Mike McDaniel. I'll just start there. What's giving him the confidence that he can do it? That it's got to be something that he sees that he's thinking he's
Yeah,
making, or a player or personnel is not there. Is why he keep calling it.
yeah, or maybe
He
it's
think
some
it's not
type
the.
of
He don't think
maybe he's trying to show something. I don't know. I don't
maybe
know what he's
Ali.
trying to do.
Maybe he's convinced it's not the opponent that's stopping the play. He thinks that we are stopping our own the play
And you know
ourselves.
what,
That's why
Crypto,
he
you
keep
have a
calling
good
it.
point there. You have definitely have a good point there because of the fact
Oh
that
my God.
there was one or two times I felt if the running back who caught the ball and was running cut at a certain point, they could have got 5 or 6 more yards out of it rather than just a lame 2 yards. You know what I mean? Or
Yeah,
losing
I'm
yards.
thinking
And so that is a
right.
good point. And I'm going to go back and watch the film because I think on 2 occasions I saw that happen in this game alone. So good point.
Right. Right. So
But
I'm
I think
thinking
the
maybe he's
defense
seeing
played
something on
solid
film
though.
that he's
Yeah,
thinking
go
he's
ahead.
not giving the defense enough credit of stopping him on that play call, where he just keeps going to the well and thinking it's going to work.
Yeah.
It's a
Yeah, maybe.
combination of ego and the defenses that's lined up against them. Yeah, I think that's where it's coming from, though, Ali. To be honest, I think it's more of an.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I was, even though the offense was really good, you know, the big bomb that's to Waddle was amazing, and that's probably going to be one of
that
the most
opened up the
highlighted
game.
plays of the game.
Yes.
But the defense performance I am most proud of. They really came and played. They stopped the run. They didn't let Garrett Wilson go crazy. And Brandon Jones having 2 picks in this game. Hell yeah, right? Backup safeties. That was a backup safety group, if you didn't know, and they came to play.
Bradley
So I'm
Chubb?
very happy. Performance
the
as well.
dominance of Bradley? How about the dominance of Bradley Chubb?
Yeah, Bradley Chubb too.
You know?
He was all over the place. Hell yeah, Bradley Chubb. You're right. Good point.
And also kudos to Butch Berry and the offensive line, because the offensive line was pieced together and they played well.
I don't want to hear no Eichenberg slander from now on going forward.
No.
Let's
From
wait
this
and see
day
what he
going
does
forward,
against them boys.
because the Eichenberg slander must stop and cease and desist. I'm issuing a cease and desist for Eichenberg slander from this day forward.
Gotta be careful.
Because we won the
stop it.
game without him, we won it without Tyreek, while Eichenberg was in the game. There you go.
Yeah.
Throwing key monster blocks on swing passes, downfield passes. I'm telling you right now, I am the president of the Leon Eichenberg fan club at this moment.
Okay, I'm rocking with
Let's
you.
see how he does against the Cowboys.
There was a Devon Parker.
Well, I get that too, Greg. But in this moment in this game, I'm telling you right now, they was ready to pounce and already had the excuses dialed up had we fallen to the Jets. They was ready to pounce on Eichenberg first. He's the first one that was going to go under the freaking guillotine. So now that he didn't and he performed well at the elite level, listen, I don't want no more slander from Mr. Eichenberg.
Yeah.
Buffalo's over Dallas right now.
Come on, Cowboys.
What you call it?
Hey, Stephon Diggs, you idiot. The Chargers and Patriots are playoff teams, you moron.
Patriots?
Oh, the playoff game. Yeah, but the Chargers and Patriots suck. You should win, you bum.
The Chargers cashed it in.
Hey, Houston won their game. That's good for us because now they hold the tiebreaker against the Buffalo, by the way.
Wait, they do, yeah.
Yeah, so that actually helped us a little bit.
Keep in mind the Texans still have to play the Colts.
What you call it?
They
had to play the Colts one more
I don't know how true
time.
this is. There's a scenario that us, the Colts, and Broncos all finish 10-7, and the Colts and Broncos get in. Can anyone confirm if that's true or not? Because I thought that was ludicrous because we have the tiebreaker.
That's if the Bills win the division. That's only if the Bills win the division.
Exactly.
But if
the Bills
don't, right. That scenario is only if the Bills win the division.
The Bills have to win out, essentially.
Right.
Because there was a scenario.
Right, yeah, we could be all 10-7, and we miss it because of all those tiebreakers,
The Bills have to win this game, right?
Yeah.
The Bills have to win this game.
Because then they have two winnable
They'll
games.
be out.
Actually, they have two easy games, and then they got us.
We're the final nail in the coffin.
Listen, I know I'm going to get flack for this, but I don't care. I want Dallas to win this game because I want them to be on their high when they come to our town next week on Christmas Eve, okay? I'm missing time with my family to go to this game. I want it to mean something. So come at me at your best, please.
We all want Dallas to win.
Want them to be on a high?
Next week.
You think they're gonna be demoralized if they lose and then go on another road game and you don't think that helps them or
No. I want them at their best. So I want them to be comfortable when they come to Miami. That's what I'm saying. I want you to be comfortable.
Because hey, listen, I don't want them to lose because they might be on a run, a tear. You know what I mean?
Listen,
that's a good point. That's kind of the same point I'm making. Yeah. That's kind of the same point. Yeah.
I want Dallas to win just so Buffalo's going to be out.
That's another reason. That's another reason why I want Dallas to win. I want Buffalo out of this.
I'll give you an early score prediction. If the Cowboys lose this game, 45-14 Dallas, and if Dallas wins, 31-24. And I'm going to bet the Cowboys next week, so that way, hopefully, the Dolphins can win. It worked this week.
Greg got some interesting betting psychology. It did work this week, so I guess you got to keep doing it. Then go
doing
with
it
what
the
works.
rest of the year. And the playoffs if we make it.
If it's causing us to win games, if that's in the air, then hell, go for it. Then I would say go for it.
Nice.
If it's working for you, Greg, hey, don't change what works. If they ain't broke, don't fix it.
Yep.
I didn't see the Buffalo score. I missed it. I missed the first 7 points.
Yeah, Buffalo. You know what? You know how they scored? They just pushed the running back in the end zone. That's how. That's stupid.
Yeah. What happened?
Crazy. Something that
the Bills
Minnesota
scored
could do
because they pushed either Cook or Murray, one of those two.
They did the push,
in the end zone.
It's
What's
crazy
the score now?
The freaking Vikings tried it. They tried it 2 times in a row and they didn't make it. I was like, oh God, you got no muscle at the center position. How about dying laughing because everybody's complaining that, oh man, we need to take it out. Well, everybody's trying it. It can't be bad because one team's good at it, another team ain't.
Hey, I want to say rest in peace to the New York Jets quarterbacks who got killed today.
Yeah,
I think the defense terrorized them to death, to be honest.
Who?
Wilson got knocked out.
Dude, Zach Wilson, that hit he took and how he fumbled right there near the goal line. Oh,
yeah.
Shit, that
to me was
that was nuts.
on that play.
And also, let's say get well to the Titans quarterback Levis. He had a knee injury today.
Oh, the Titans quarterback did?
Yeah, Levis.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. On that last play, he was hurt. Damn.
Yeah, it looked like a knee injury.
So I guess
was it the backup?
Didn't launch there.
Yeah, because Tannehill had to come in the last.
Oh, okay. So Titans, yeah. And Houston ended up winning that game in overtime, right? With a field goal?
Right. Overtime.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah.
We are now in the playoffs, right? Is that right? We are in the playoffs right now?
I don't not
Win
yet.
the
We haven't
playoff
clinched.
picture.
I thought we would clinch.
Only
it
team that can
Denver's
clinch
lost.
is the
But I
Ravens
guess
so
this
far.
scenario where we don't make it.
Oh,
Yeah, they're the only team that can clinch in this week's clinching scenarios as far as AFC.
It depends. If the Bills lose this game, we can clinch next week.
okay.
Right.
That's if the Bills lose. If the Bills win, I don't think we can clinch.
Our clinching scenario could be possibly next week or the week after.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
Because if we win the next two games, we would automatically clinch because we have 12. And if we lose,
Bro,
our
defense.
Within the next 2 weeks, we can do it.
Listen,
I'm still amazed. Our defense was so good today.
if
I'm so
Holland
happy.
and Howard can get healthy,
Yeah.
Who's number
Baker.
70? Who's
Dallas is
number?
looking sloppy right now.
Somebody got hurt.
Somebody hurt.
Yeah,
Who's that on the ground?
he's on the ground.
Well, that's number 70.
Who is he?
Josh Allen pick?
All right.
Okay, that's the call it.
Oh no, that's Zach Martin.
Was he offensive line?
Crazy.
Yeah, he's down.
But yeah, I had a shake money for the it's one shake. Can you hear me? It's called the Reign of Terror.
Yep, that's
It's
Zach
from
Martin.
this one's from South Africa, Shake. Can you hear me?
Bills being cheap.
What happened?
I said that the one of the bottles is called Reign of Terror. Pinotage, South Africa.
Yeah, Pinotage is the signature South African grape. It's a cross between Pinot Noir and Sinsu.
So it's a blend. It's a hybrid brew.
It's a hybrid grape.
Okay. Yeah. It's got a picture of a guillotine with his head lopped off and a guy holding his head in his hand.
Yeah, that's good for barbecue.
Goodness gracious. Why did they got a picture of a guy with his head chopped off in a guillotine and he's got blood all at the bottom of the basket? They were getting pretty graphic on this picture, that Shake. What is called Reign of Terror? I don't know. How strong is it? Let me see how strong it is. It doesn't even have how strong it is. Maybe it's 40 proof.
John, how you doing, John?
Good. I'm doing good. I'm just watching this TV and talking to you.
What you call it?
Shake, I thank y'all for the.
I'm watching the Dallas game now.
Wolfpack of the Year thing.
Okay.
Yeah, you're the Wolfpack.
Congratulations, Mr. Polk, on the Wolfpack Award.
Yeah, I appreciate you guys, man. You guys are my brothers and sisters. I got many sisters because of Nene and Pamela.
Coffee and
family.
That 70 is going to the tent. He's walking real slow.
He's serving coffee and donuts, man.
When she comes to the orientation, yeah. Hey Lou, if you're in the audience right now, you're winning 8-3 right now. So
the audience. Lewis in the
I think Lewis is trying to find where Pete's
got
at.
off to a good start.
Well, the Cowboys are playing now.
Yeah, come on, Cowboys, let's go. Give me a Christmas present next week.
They will by losing to us.
And then give me a nice New Year's Eve present. When we go to Baltimore. That game's gonna be at 1, right?
Dallas is 3-out.
Dallas look a little sloppy.
Yeah.
Oh, thank God! I bet the Bills. I'll be either angry and win money, or I'll be happy and lose money, just like the Jets did today.
Oh yeah.
Yep. What's up,
Lewis? What's going on, brother?
Let's see.
What's up, Lou?
What up? What up? What up?
Lou's making a little bounce back. He's
We got
he's
another
8-3 now. Lewis made a bounce back. Congrats on the bounce back for the 8-3 start.
Well, now you're 9-3.
Yeah, I'm not. I believe I was 9-3. Yeah.
You're not now because of the Browns won. I didn't count the Browns game is finally over.
Yeah, they just barely won. Yeah, they snuck it out at the.
Man, the Browns pulled it out. So Flacco came back from 10 points down.
Yeah,
damn, Flacco.
At the very end, they kicked a field goal.
Kind of quarterback you needed for a team with no quarterback. Damn, he trying to resurrect their freaking playoff.
We're close to being 500 again. So.
Right, we're close to being 500. Yeah. I'll tell you what. Go ahead.
I just wanted to say real quick. I'm not going to be here long, but I thought Fake Money hit it over the head about 15 minutes ago. So wait a minute. Let me get this right. Mm-hmm. After a Monday night game, the game don't end till 11:30. Right? We had all the haters come out after an 11:30 game. But now we play at 1 o'clock. We have a shutout. We score 30 points on offense. The defense pitches a shutout. And where's all the haters at?
Tell them.
Where is John from Seattle? Where's Pete at? Because they were up on the panel last night or last Monday night. Where are they at now?
Where's Michael?
They're hiding.
Yeah, Michael may be watching the Dallas game.
They retired it for they retired it for 8 more days. They've been postponed. They've been put on bed rest, Lewis.
Oh, they've been put on bed rest. Oh, but they're real quick to click the link when we lose, though, right?
Yeah.
Right. They've been put on bed rest. Oh man. Yeah. That's crazy.
Done that back.
Yeah, they are. Fred will be back on Monday morning. Damn. That's crazy. That's crazy.
What's up, guys? We feeling better now? A little better? Just a little better now?
Well, Color, I may have lost some real money, but the Dolphins won, so I'm ecstatic.
Keep that reverse psychology going, Greg.
That's called purchasing a win, Greg. Don't think anything of it.
And I'm betting the Cowboys next week. I'll be taking the Cowboys. Money line, spread, first half. I'll take all of it. That means the Dolphins win. I do it responsibly. I put $1. I'm down to lose $3 because I'll make it back in my paycheck for the week.
Right. And let's be real. Like, look, now we know what we got in front of us. 3 tough outs.
Playoffs.
3 good teams. Right. So there is no argument about whether we need to do this or that, or whether overlooking. No, there is no overlooking now. We got the Dallas Cowboys coming up in 7 days, Christmas Eve. It's going to be a slobber knocker, win or lose, but we know what we got in front of us. There is no discounting the team we're playing. There's no, this or that or the other. You know what I mean? It is what it is. Like, there's no looking at the Ravens right now. There's no looking at the Bills at the end of the year. No looking at our first playoff game. None of that. We got the Dallas Cowboys.
That was holding.
One day at a time. One game at a time.
Yeah, I'm doing some laundry, so I'll be back.
All right.
Man, I gotta call that man up there holding the Cowboys.
Fins up, everybody. Fins up.
Who's that?
Hey, what's going on now?
It's G, what's going on, everybody?
G, what's up, G?
Hey, man, Fins with the win again, man.
All right, what's
when he play good, I love him. When he play good, I love him. When it works, I love him. McDaniel called
across the threshold.
I love how he stuck with the run game, man. How about Raheem Mostert, man? 4.9 boys, salute. Raheem Mostert doing what nobody thought he could do, breaking records. So It's a beautiful day in Dolphins Nation. I love when we win, man. I love when we win. And I'm not a Tua hater. I'm not a man. Listen, that's our quarterback. He gonna be our quarterback. When he play good, I give him his flowers. When he play bad, I let him have it. And that's just what it is. But man, I didn't see it, and I love it. I love it. I'm glad I couldn't see it. But McDaniel had a game plan today, man. He got the ball spread around. I saw, guys that I know that can make plays that haven't been able to get the ball all year, doing what they can do, putting their stuff on display. Cowboy, a lot of film to look at of everybody. Just a good win all the way around. Lights out defense, man. Victory cigar on the way. Fins up, man. One more thing, and I'm trying to join the Patreon, and I'm having trouble, man. With it's talking about like you get like 1 month free or something. When I click on it, I can't get it, so I'm gonna keep trying, man. But yeah, I'm working on that, man.
Hey, fins up.
We appreciate that, G. We'll look into any bugs you might have, and let us know what you see. We'll take it to HB and see if we can't figure out if there's a problem or something. Just let us know, man. Appreciate you.
Hey, G, what's going on? See, and then real quick again, I'm not gonna be up here long. I'm gonna get up out of here. But
salute, leader one, loose, salute.
You already know, G. But this is the problem I have with again. It's just, bro, we do have true either again, two things. It could be just they're true haters, or and I'm sorry, but some people have to be just fucking or they play stupid. I'm not gonna call anybody stupid, but they have to just play stupid.
I think you're looking at a combination of all three, Lewis, involved. You know what I mean? With many people, bro.
It's because 72 undefeated, right? Look at the comment in the chat. Tyreek does carry Tua. That's the first one. And then I guess since we're hyping up the win, the next comment is, this was the Jets. Well, see, it's funny. Because Tyreek Hill wasn't on the field last year last week in Tua Tagovailoa, and this offense looked like dirt shit. Against a trash team. Ain't Tennessee fucking trash?
Yes, they lost to Texans today.
Hold on. I'll squash this really quick. Number one, y'all were saying that the Jets were more than what they were all week. So you can't be turning around and saying it's just the Jets now. Secondly, we put up 57 points on the third-ranked defense in the last 2 times we faced them.
And that's the point, right? See again. I don't disagree with 72 undefeated when he crowned Tua last week and says the Titans were trash. That's cool. But you can't come out here this week when Tua played well, the offense played well, we put up a 0 with our defense, and you can't tell me, oh, it's just the Jets. Because both teams are trash. We just played and we showed up this week, and last week there were some blunders and we didn't show up. Why is it so hard for someone to say that? Why do we have to make
did we not see the Tennessee Titans defense on display again today?
I just don't understand why we can't be objective.
Like I said, I think they just matched up with us well, bro. That's why they beat us down the last time we faced them. It is what it is.
I just don't know why we can't be objective.
That's what it boils down to, personnel, and who you match up with.
Call it week by week and call it how you see it.
I saw on the TV that if we're up by halftime, we always won the game. They showed that on the TV when we were playing.
10-0 and 0-4. Yes.
Oh,
yes,
well,
10-0 and
0-4. I forgot when I came up here earlier. I asked for Pete. No, Pete's a no-show. I did also ask for John from Seattle. I know he's a no-show because we won. But where's that guy Terrence at? Shout out to Terrence. But where's Terrence at? I thought Terrence showed up last week too on Monday night. Well, no. Crypto, I know that's your man, but don't defend him. The fact of the matter is Terrence only clicks the link when we lose. Terrence won't show up today.
I mean, he has been,
Terrence won't show up today. So this is what I'm saying, bro. Like, stand on what you say. Call it objective and be, burn the team, kill them when they play bad. But when they play well, today there was nothing this team did from an offense, defense, or special team, because Jason Sanders, shout out to him, right? Jason Sanders, again, perfect on extra points and field goals. So we played an all-around.
Right.
We always talking about we want to see a complete game. Today you finally got it. So I'm asking, where's all the fucking haters at? Where's all the doubters? Where's all the people saying that we couldn't do it?
Louis.
Where are they at?
6 for 6. Yeah. Jason Sanders, that's the second time he had a perfect game of more than 5 kicks.
Oh, shit. Brock Purdy injured. Sam Darnold in the quarterback for the Niners.
I mean more than 6.
Oh.
Maybe he had one against the other week where he didn't miss a field goal.
Well, there goes the chance of them beating the Ravens.
Just reported by Scheffner.
They're going to get destroyed. They needed him to keep it balanced, to keep it even.
Well, Twin Cities got hit hard.
That's what I say, man. We have another starting quarterback go down. That would be detrimental
Purdy's
to the NFL.
In the medical tent. Sam Darnold in at quarterback for the Niners.
Yeah, that's detrimental to the league.
Buffalo just scored again.
Fucking motherfucking boys!
See, the problem is when you got a whole bunch of the way it's stacking up. I think only Tua and Mahomes will be left out of all the starting quarterbacks as playoff contenders. Only Tua and Mahomes.
Lamar?
It's between them two. Lamar. My bad.
Hey, Crypto, remember what I said on you and Shake's show, Insomnia, about this game, Buffalo and Dallas?
Yeah.
What did I tell you? Dallas ain't the same team, right, on the road. They're just not. They're a juggernaut.
They are. You said that on Insomnia.
They were a juggernaut in Dallas, but on the road,
in Dallas, they're the best team in the football.
Right. They play well at home, but on the road, they're beatable. And look what Buffalo's doing.
Yeah, they beatable on the road.
And again, where is that game next week, Crypto, between Dallas and Miami?
It's in the Hard Rock.
Oh, it's at the Rock. I'll see you boys next week. God damn it, I'm out of here.
Exactly. It ain't like, yo, they're a tough team, right? And it shouldn't matter at all. But wouldn't you rather be the ones with the home game? I mean, damn, man. Like, if we were going into Dallas this week, everybody would be like, man, it kind of sucks that we're playing in their house. Well, we're not playing in their house.
We playing at the Hard Rock Stadium with the guitar, string, and everything. I'm telling you. You're right. They do not play. They're like Jekyll and Hyde when it comes to home versus road. They're the worst team on the road, and they're the best team in football, and they're Dallas Texans.
I hope it's hot next week.
Wait till we get that freak Christmas Eve heat wave come through here this year. How about that?
I need to see if my Dalvin Cook thing went up because Dalvin Cook is still on my TFTG roster. I got some points. Maybe I'm winning in my fantasy this week.
You playing spoiler? You playing spoiler?
Yeah.
And just like that, Brock Purdy's returned.
Oh, thank God, because I want them to beat the Ravens, man. They can't be doing it with Sam Darnold.
Are they playing the Ravens right now?
They don't have a chance.
No, they're playing the Ravens next week.
Oh.
They go in there with Sam Darnold on the center, then they might as well hang it up.
I know. Exactly.
Oh, well, at least Tannehill got his starting position back.
They lose Purdy. They lose Purdy, Crypto, and Philadelphia and Niners will flip positions and projections overnight, bro.
Oh, yeah, they will be 40% Super Bowl.
Right, it would switch. The Eagles would be the ones on top. Right, exactly.
Right, they will flip. Right.
Or maybe Kansas City, or maybe one of the AFC teams, maybe Baltimore, but
Baltimore will
but
go
on the
ahead,
NFC, but on the NFC side, it would flip. The Eagles would go up.
Right, because if Baltimore played Philly, I think Baltimore would still be favored.
Right. Well, Baltimore has the best odds out of the AFC right now. They flipped with us when we lost to Tennessee.
Right. So they will make the Ravens the favorite to win it if San Fran drops down.
Right.
Yeah.
The overall, but on the NFC side. So in other words, it would mean that the AFC would probably turn into being favored to win the bowl. Because right now the NFC is slightly favored to win the bowl, with the 49ers being the representative.
Yeah. Right, their favorite. They got 50 to what?
I shouldn't
39?
say favored. I shouldn't say favored because we're talking about the projections. It's the best probability to, because Vegas tells you who's favored or not. You know,
who actually favored? Yeah. Actually, for a while, KC for more than
Dallas
half the
player
season
that got hurt. He's got his leg wrapped up with ice probably right now. He's on the sideline. He's got his wrapped up.
Yeah,
who are you talking about?
Well, look, I don't know why everybody thinks that the Jags are just a walkover for the Ravens tonight, man. I don't know why everybody thinks that.
It's probably because last time, well, most of the time they play them. Not the last time, but overall, probably.
Have they been blowouts, though? I mean, maybe here and there, but
not all of them. But some of them.
What I'm saying is, I know that Jacksonville has the tools, is what I'm saying. I don't know who's better or who's worse, really, but I would have thought that people wouldn't be just immediately thinking it's a game over tonight. You know what I mean? Like, you still got ETN, you got Christian Kirk, you got
I think Baltimore just flipped Cleveland for the top defense in the league as far as the points and yardage against.
You're right. And then guess who comes in behind them?
Hit one.
Buffalo targeted
not anymore. Not anymore. But it was the Jets.
The Jets dropped.
Oh yeah, that's targeted.
After the last 2 weeks, they dropped.
He a man with the crown of his helmet. That is targeted.
Yeah.
That was
there'll be a little jockeying going on for the last 3 games for the top defense and top offenses.
25, you might be leaving the game.
Yeah, what's it called? It's crazy.
There haven't
when
been very many shutouts this year, by the way.
Yeah,
got away with that.
This will be the third one.
Whoa!
When was the last time we had a shutout?
I think it's against the New England when Brady was the quarterback.
No, I mean for the league wide this year. I'm not sure. There's ours and one other, right?
Yeah, no, it was 2 other ones. Last week the Raiders were shut out.
Oh, that's right, 3-0. Yeah, technically a shutout.
And then what's his name got shut out against the Cowboys twice or once.
We can give credit to the Vikings for shutting out 2 teams in one game.
Yeah, themselves and the other opponent.
Themselves and the opponent, right?
Right. They did first. That will probably be the first in NFL history.
I mean, their kicker, their special teams got the field goal. You know.
Yeah, we did, and it's crazy because I just can't get over the guy with the first interception thrown on his back, and to a guy that was lying on his back. I just can't get past that. I mean, the probability of that happening, a quarterback throwing an interception while lying on his back to another guy lying on his back. I mean, even talking about all the universe, that's like picking up a grain of sand out of the air on a random beach from Mars and picking the exact grain of sand and naming it and doing it more than once. I mean, it's crazy. I mean, the likelihood of that happening. A guy throws a pick while lying down to another guy lying down.
Yeah, because if somebody even brushed the quarterback while he was on the ground, it would have been down by contact.
Yeah. Or the most likely intentional grounding could have almost called in every situation like that. The guy was lying on his back. I was like, oh my God, I gotta play the lottery. It's just so much improbable things happening, and it happened on that play. It's crazy.
All right, Dallas, get your shit going on, man. Come on.
Yeah, the 2nd and 5 right now.
Okay. Oh, I gotta put this stuff in the wine cooler.
Okay, they're down on the 20-yard line.
It's all right because no matter what Buffalo does, our magic number is 2 now for the division.
Yeah.
Yeah, we reduced the number. I'll go. Hold on, guys. I'll be back.
All right.
Also, a Miami win and a Jets loss. I mean, and a Buffalo loss would be the division as well.
With this Buffalo loss, you mean? If they lose today?
Any Buffalo loss with a Miami win gives us the division.
All right.
Which could very well come down to us giving them that loss and getting our win. Who knows? That's how Big Nick wants it, just to be the ones to shut them out, you know?
Yeah.
I'm like, no, thank you. Let's just beat Dallas and the Ravens, take this top seed, and forget all about Buffalo. I don't care about them that much. I don't, doing what we're doing is enough revenge on them for me. I don't, am I going to go dig up a guy and then bury him again? I ain't going to care. I ain't like that. They're going to have to deal with their own misery.
Oh. Ooh, that was close. Ooh. That was almost an interception.
They are doing themselves a favor right now, though. I'll give them credit.
Mm-hmm. Well, maybe 14-3. Oh, am I the only one? I wasn't even looking at my phone.
It's you and me, bro. Everybody's so happy with the win, they all done went to bed.
Man, I didn't realize everybody dropped off.
Telling you.
Oh, man. Oh.
No, I dropped the link again. Maybe people need it. I don't know. Nobody cares. They're like, we won. Everybody's all happy. It's funny how there's nothing, like Lewis said, there's nothing anybody wants to talk about when we're winning. Oh, gosh, what a coinkydink. Come up. Yeah. Where are the people going to want to come up and tell me how we're still bad and can't beat good teams and have no hope for the future for the rest of this season? Or the ones that said we're going to go 9-8, or the ones that said we're not going to get to 10 wins? Those ones. Where are they at?
Yeah, I'm back. I was just listening to.
Oh, I know.
I was doing some chores, but I was back here.
Where's all the people that told me I was not? I'm not talking about last night. I'm talking about where's all the people that have been telling me all week I'm being too Pollyannish and I'm this and that. And who cares what we got to do for the top seed? Because we lost to the Titans. Whatever.
Yeah, they were telling you that you were too polyester.
Yeah.
Exactly, too polyester. All right, but I mean, I said, hey, the season starts today. We needed to go 4-0, and we're 1-0. So there you go. I mean, two of the last 3 are coming at home.
Yeah. We got a lot of people watching via Twitter. If you want, come on YouTube, to join the fun. But yeah, we appreciate you watching.
But at the same time, I'm still smart enough to know there's a lot of football left to be played, and literally anything can still happen. with the Browns winning today, they literally are not out of it themselves for the top seed. Believe it or not.
Yeah. I remember you saying that last night.
By the way, it's beautiful weather out here in Florida, Southwest Florida.
It is. It cleared right out, Shake. It's cooled off up down here now too, man. It's like beautiful freaking evening, bro.
Yes,
and there's no wind anymore, man.
Yeah, it's nice where I am.
I mean, you got like a light breeze, but that's it. It's the weather people come down here for.
Is the link? You pinned the link, right?
I just posted it again, but I haven't pinned it yet.
Okay.
Yeah. Ali, he may be another half hour before he gets home.
Oh shit! That reminds me, I forgot to call Ali back. He just called me. Shit. Well, my mom called me in the meantime, so you know.
I'm in the same area that Ali is.
For my mom, so you know.
I mean, you know, hey, it's only the game ain't over yet. I'm saying just because with the Dallas and Buffalo, you know.
Yeah.
I know, Shake. I almost want to take a nap and wake up hoping they just did their thing and answered back. You know what I mean? Next thing you know, it's 30-31, you know, with 2 minutes left and Dallas has the ball driving.
I need the I wanted I said the Cowboys were going to win, and I didn't say it because I hate the Bills, because I said I picked the Bills to beat the Chiefs at the end of the day.
Right.
You know, I was rooting for the Chiefs. Fuck the Bills. So I need the Rams and the 49ers to win, so I could be at least 500. I'll be 7-7.
The way I look at it, there isn't many AFC teams that can help us by winning. Most of them help us by losing. So I'm pretty much in root against AFC teams mode right now.
Me too.
Other than the ones that have to win to ruin Buffalo's aspirations.
Yeah.
You know, at the beginning when New England was playing, I forgot who they were playing. Anyway, at first they were ahead. Who did they play? Simpson? No. Who did they play? Who did New England play today?
Chiefs.
The Chiefs. You know, they were ahead in that game.
Yeah, I saw that.
And I'm going, wow. They called it dead.
It kind of went how I thought it would, just a little higher scoring. I thought I had Chiefs 24-10.
Buffalo jumped to the 9th seed now. They're the 9th seed right now.
Oh, jumped from or to? Jumped from
or
to?
Hey, they sacked Buffalo. They sacked Josh Allen.
It's like Dakota.
Hey, that looked
run
like
the ball, Dakota.
What's up, Shekel? What's going on?
Oh, Dallas get the ball? Oh, no.
No, that was a previous play. That was a replay, and they called it dead on that. I mean,
terrible throw. Oh, come on.
Oh, man. That was a flag?
For what?
I don't know yet. I mean,
helmet to helmet on a defenseless receiver.
Yeah,
that's what that is.
Yeah.
Stupid. Don't move, man.
Yeah.
Great thing about these types of games is even if Dallas loses, it's like good. You know, committing penalties like that, you should lose. I mean, if we lose because of it, what makes Dallas special?
Tell you what, they're having a hard time stopping Buffalo.
Oh man, I can see them flexing Buffalo the Ravens to primetime next week. I mean the
Ravens and Niners?
No, Ravens and Dolphins.
Oh.
Is that who we play? No, we play Dallas next week.
I'm talking about New Year's Eve.
Oh.
Right. Huh. They better not take us off Christmas Eve next week.
I didn't realize Christmas Eve was next week. Man, that's coming quick.
It is Sunday, right?
Yeah, Sunday at 1 o'clock.
Okay. No, I mean Christmas Eve is Sunday. Yeah.
Yeah.
Today's the 17th. 23. It could be. Is it Saturday? Today's the 17th.
24 is Sunday. First day of winter should be either anywhere from the 20th to the 22nd, and I hear it's Thursday, so that would
Sunday.
put it at 22nd this year, right? It all depends on where we're at in the other angles as to whether it's the 20th, 21st, or 22nd. But you can generally be safe in saying the 21st if you don't actually look it up.
Is that a day game? Is that a day game or a night game?
At 1 o'clock.
Oh, 1 o'clock?
You talking about Dallas, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, wait, no. It's not, Shake. It should be 4:30. I thought my mom just told me it was 4:20 or whatever.
Really?
Next week. That's what I needed to call Ali about because we got to figure out when we're meeting up and whether he's tailgating or not. I guess we should look that up.
Yeah, 4:25. Sure enough, it is.
Yeah.
Son of a bitch.
I know. That's like, we got to go through the whole first slate of games, bro. Boring.
Well, the good thing is I could watch this. Last year I watched the game at my old lady's house at her family who are from Wisconsin. I may add. So that was even worse. But this year I get to watch it with my family.
Right on. No cheese curds this year, huh?
Nope.
No fried cheese curds.
By the way, they're good at Dairy Queen makes them. They're good at Dairy Queen.
Or cheese curds.
Man, dang, Shake, like, what's up with everybody, bro? They're all just like, we won, so we're gonna go lay our heads on our pillows and go night because we won and dream of Dallas Cowboy victories in our in Sugar Plum Fairies and whatever else.
Yeah, because usually after a game, everybody comes up.
I know. They all.
Listen,
I don't know.
Listen. At the end of the day, look. If Pete comes up and says Finn's up, I'm not gonna be like, no, fuck you, Pete. You're not welcome here. No, fuck it. Enjoy the win. I'm not the celebration police. You know what I mean?
Well, I'm just wondering why people are so ready to voice their disappointment, but not ready to voice how badass we were today.
Is someone gonna jump on a table?
Look, I don't care if you doubted the team or not. I'm celebrating.
Oh
yeah.
Yeah.
Who did we get to join us? Who is that?
Who do you think that is, Color?
That's Big Philly. What's up, man?
I'm happy, bro. I'm chilling right
I
now.
knew
I'm
you would be.
smiling. I already sent my little tweet out for Pete because
Hold on.
we won without
Wait a minute.
Tyreek.
Didn't you say? Hold on, Michael K. Didn't you say the Jets were going to embarrass us? And didn't you say
Michael
that
K
the Dolphins were going to be
Michael
in
K
first
can go sit
place?
somewhere.
The Buffalo Bills were supposed to be in first place like about a month ago. Yeah. Okay.
Michael K can go jump off a table, bro.
I will quote from Dolphin Thirsty show this morning, which was hosted by Steve Malloy, because Thirsty had some other engagements or something.
Yeah.
Michael K said the Jets were going to win by 10. Quote. I quote.
Well, guess what? I bet he lost all his tickets.
Oh, he didn't dare. He didn't dare actually have the Jets on his parlay. Don't kid yourself. He didn't dare actually do that. No way.
I bet he also has his Bills winning today. But even though Dallas is down right now, I think that's a good game right there going on right now. That Dallas game is really good. So I'm walking the dogs real quick. So I was like, go back in, finish watching that game.
Well, Michael K always stands on his words. He ain't gonna, he'll tell you. If he told me he actually included them in his parlay, I would believe him. But I doubt that he did.
I would be shocked.
Because he's actually honest enough to say he's actually honest enough to say something like, I think they're gonna win by 10, but I wouldn't bet on that. Like he's like a smart enough guy to know that. Like
what hurt my ticket?
It's one thing to joke around, it's another to actually put your money on the Jets to win.
So I hit on every. Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say here. I want to welcome the guy that Michael K fantasized about playing strip poker. What's up, El Capitan?
Yeah,
he does too, bro. He's talked to me. He's reached out to me personally asking about strip poker. I'm like, listen, bro, we're friends and all, but you're taking this a little far. You need to cut it out.
That's those Buffalo fans. That's what it is, El Capitan. Those are those Bills fans, bro.
What's wrong with a little strip poker between friends?
Not between guy friends. On your own on that one.
I mean, depends on what sector of the world you live in these days, Big Philly. You know what I mean?
Hey, bro, I'm in a room full of ladies.
There's space. Hey, Big Philly. There's space for everybody in today's world, bro.
I feel you. You know what it is, though, Capitan, that they're creating a lot of good pressure up front. Buffalo's defense is creating a lot of great pressure. But you know what? Like, Dak needs to start rolling out that pocket, especially after they lost Zach. Because the most likely, I don't think Martin's going to come back this game. He needs to start rolling out and creating some time to get CD open and start utilizing these guys like Cooks.
It looks like they're just not scared of them pushing the ball down the field at all, bro. At all. So they're. But
that's what I'm saying.
They're playing 7 in the box, just handling them right now. While on the defensive
that's what I'm saying.
side,
they're creating just pressure.
Well, on the defensive side, they're just pushing them around with the Bills' offense. They're just pushing them around right now.
Are you saying the Bills got up for another regular season Super Bowl? Is that what's going on?
Well, they even said that they're treating every game from now on as if it's the playoffs because that's what it is.
It really is for them. They can't afford another loss.
No, they can't.
No,
they can't.
But you know what? If
anyway it comes, they can't lose to us. Anyway it comes.
Yeah,
because we are magic number 2 and magic number 1 for them, which means a Miami win plus a Buffalo loss clinches the division for Miami, and it gets even tougher for their playoff hopes.
Who do they play next week? Buffalo.
I think
Buffalo.
the next 2 games.
I think they got like the Commanders next week. They've got some. I think they got the Commanders and the Jets the next 2 weeks before the Dolphins, something like that. Something like that.
No, I think it's New England and us. well, they got who did they got? So they got Dallas now. That leaves 3 left. They got New England. And who else did we just say?
We got the Chargers next week, then New England,
and then us,
and then you.
I thought it was the Chargers, yeah, because I knew it was a team that wasn't going to challenge you like the Chargers. You know what I mean?
Yeah, Chargers suck. I mean, who's their quarterback right now?
Stick. That's his name. That's his last name. Stick. Swear to God.
What a nerd.
Chargers by 10 next week. Chargers are
Herbert out, you mean?
by 10 next week.
Is that what you're saying?
Yeah,
Chargers by 10. Hey, yeah. Shake, you want to put your TFTG life on the line for that one?
Huh?
What does that mean?
We'll bet.
Even Shake goes.
No,
huh?
I don't bet against you.
We'll bet. I'll take the Bills.
No, you didn't want to bet me. You wouldn't want to bet against the Jets and the Dolphins. I'm not betting you against that one.
You didn't ask me to bet the Jets and the Dolphins.
No, because I know you're all going to.
You didn't ask me, so don't even play.
You're all going to.
But what I'm saying is, we'll bet.
No, I'm not betting. Nope. Go fuck yourself.
If the Bolts win, I'll never show up at TFTG again.
Why would I want that, Buttercup? I need you to show up so we can.
You told him, Buttercup.
Yeah.
Why the hell would we want to lose our freaking court jester, bro?
Well, all I know is I'm watching this game, and I can hear Mark. I can hear Mark, the condescending douche, and the other one, the mini me Mark from Detroit, who's not even from Buffalo, saying how Kincaid's one of the best tight ends. That Sam Laporta makes Kincaid look like an amateur.
Laporta is the shit.
Well,
I knew he was the better of the two.
His gloves. He had the wrong gloves on.
I like Kincaid, but I knew Laporta was the better of the two. And man, that guy is winning me fantasy football. That's what that guy's doing.
Well, I do have issues because I pick Laporta a lot in my parlays, and when I don't pick him, he overextends him. When I do pick him,
do either one of them have hands growing out of their knees? Until they do, don't talk to me.
Dude, I think Laporta can catch the ball with his ass cheeks.
See,
that
this
guy
is where
drop
always
anything.
Michael K goes over the line.
But see,
always over the line with Michael K.
See, you think he can. I know Smythe can catch with his knees.
Unbelievable. Yeah, I know. That's amazing, though. But he dropped 2 balls. I had him in the parlay, 40 yards plus 5 catches. He would have had 2 catches already. But he dropped 2 balls. 2 catchable balls.
Well, he's terrible.
Yeah, he's actually
well,
I must have been in the bathroom when that happened.
Yeah, I will say that both of those drops he had they were talking about it in the these guys were talking about it. Can't think of their names now, the pressers. But anyways, he was using the rain gloves and they swapped them out for the regular gloves because it's a dry game.
Yeah, but so you notice they haven't thrown him the ball since?
Yeah, and well, that's because that's what Josh Allen is.
We don't. Oh, you talking about? Wait, who are we talking about? I was talking about
Kincaid.
Oh, nobody wants to talk about that.
And by the way, I made a comment on I think Saturday or Friday on one of those Twitter spaces where we were talking about the rain for this game against the Jets, even though it didn't rain, luckily. But I don't know if you guys caught the ESPN interview with Ramsey in the morning before the game. But it was funny how they had mentioned how they're going to change their cleats to 7 studs to prepare if the ground was too soft. So just saying for Pete that was bitching me out for that, he gets my ass.
Damn, Pete taking
shots. Well, y'all should have not even spent your calories because I told every one of you. Look, y'all, none of y'all should have spent your calories anyway because I told you all back on Wednesday that it was going to be 80 degrees, partly cloudy, and no rain and a bunch of wind. And that's exactly what it was.
I just want to point out that against the number 1 defensive passing in the league, Jalen Waddle had 8 receptions for 142 yards on 9 targets and 1 touchdown.
Did he break 1,000 yet? Did he break it?
No, he's like I think he's like 30 or 40 under 1,000 right now, but just eviscerated him, proving that he is all of a number 1 wide receiver if that's what he has to be.
I think that a lot of that pressure Obviously, Tyreek takes a lot of that pressure off of Waddle.
But in a game like today, Waddle stepped up in a big way.
Hey, you know why I knew what the weather was going to be like at game time? Because I looked at the 5-day projection.
Oh,
God, Dak Prescott is terrible.
Who is?
I mean, that's what a forecast is, right? So we all believe the weatherman, but we don't believe color when he tells you we're going to win.
If Dak Prescott's got a bunch of time in the pocket, if Dak Prescott's got a bunch of time in the pocket, he's throwing the check down. If he's got no time in the pocket, he's staring downfield. It just makes no sense to me who this guy is.
Oh, that's what it is, the front runner for the MVP right now?
I can't stand the guy.
Dak
Prescott is Derek Carr.
I can't either. I don't know who's putting up all these points they're putting up, because every time I watch him, it's this trash performance like this, dude.
Yep.
I hope they make some halftime adjustments, because they're gonna fuck this shit all up.
I don't think so.
I don't know if they can. In all honesty,
I don't think they can.
No,
I told you
they can. But he just needs to get settled in the pocket. He's just real nervous in the pocket. And he needs to settle down, dude, because he's not looking downfield. And when he does look downfield, it's too late.
Hit the like button, everybody.
Oh, I didn't want to.
CD getting frustrated too, so they bang it up.
So what are y'all thinking preliminarily? Our defense is going to have to take over this game next week.
Yeah,
I mean, listen, the Dolphins play the way they played. They
play
the way they played.
Dallas next week?
Yeah, we play Dallas
next week. We play Dallas next week, yeah.
If we play the way we played today and then insert Tyreek Hill, Dallas is in for a back-to-back AFC losses.
It's going to be challenging because if Dallas loses this game, it's a must-win for them the following week. So, especially if they want to keep their hopes alive for that number 1 seed, especially going up against Philly. So
the difference is we had the ability to beat down the Jets. They don't have the ability to beat down us. Like when you talk about bounce back wins, you know what I mean?
Oh, I get it, but it's still a must win for them either way.
I see.
And they're going to come at you full force.
I mean, I would have thought they were coming at Buffalo full force.
I guess not. I guess McCaffrey, whatever the fuck his name is, McCarthy, whatever that stupid ass motherfucker's name is, shit the bread. Okay. He's more worried about his hot chocolate on the sideline.
Who is he? The center or something?
No, the coach. The coach. What the fuck his name is?
Oh,
he was drinking a Tim
formerly
Hortons
the center.
That was a Tim Hortons coffee he was drinking.
Whatever, bro. Worry about the game. Don't worry about your coffee.
No, when you come to Buffalo, you got to drink Tim Hortons.
Tim Hortons is big up there.
If I were to say that I enjoyed any two things about going to Buffalo, which I haven't been there yet, I can already tell you it'll be Niagara Falls and Tim Hortons coffee. That is literally all they have there. There's nothing else in Buffalo. Nothing.
Oh, we got a lot of stuff. we got a lot of stuff here. Just the majority of it you don't do unless you like skiing. You can do that in the winter. Although it's 48 degrees here, so you can't even ski now.
It's like the only two good things you guys have. One of them is owned by Canada, and the other one is half inside of Canada.
Actually, I think Tim Hortons now I think corporate offices are in New York. In the States.
Yeah, I kind of figured they would have already been gobbled up by now, but yeah, whatever. Still.
I think with Canada.
Tim Horton, that's like totally Canadian, bro.
Tim Horton. Yeah, he was playing for the Sabres when he died.
Oh, that's right. I forgot he was a athlete. I forgot you telling me that before.
Yeah, he was a hockey player. It was like 74, maybe 73, 74. Yeah, driving his Porsche down the QEW, he wrecked doing 140 or something. And died. But yeah, nobody's seen this coming 21-3.
Man, it's a double-edged sword there.
At halftime.
Yeah,
including me. I didn't see it coming.
It was 21-0 Chiefs over us at halftime.
Yeah, that was also in Germany. They still got to contend with crowd noise. Can you tell if it's loud there or not? I can't tell.
And you got to deal with the exchange rate difference.
If you're
It depends
American,
on how many of the fans are thinking right now, Michael K, as to how loud it is.
No, you can't really make too many changes because a lot of it's silent count for the defense and the offense. If you can't hear them. Oh, it is 20. Oh, wow. 20-0 Rams over the Commanders.
Yeah, when the Bills fans are thinking, it sounds like a fleet of steam engines.
Sorry, excuse me.
Man, in a way, it's nice to see Dallas looking so crappy, but in another way, it's not so great seeing the Bills being the ones making them look so crappy.
Yeah.
It's a double-edged sword there as a Dolphins fan. Man. I mean, Dallas looks like crap. Or the Bills look
Dallas is already locked in the playoffs. I believe.
They're still trying to get their 1 seed, though.
Yeah, and they're not overlooking the Bills at the Bills. I mean, they couldn't. It's not like they just didn't prepare. Are they beat up?
And you know what? I'll be honest. A lot of people overlooked the Bills. They lost a lot of games this year, and they lost them for a reason. And the four of the games were because Josh Allen played like shit. 2 of the games they were just outplayed, but the 4 games there was 4 games that Josh Allen wasn't Josh Allen.
They lost against the Jets.
That was the first one. 3 interceptions and a fumble. Whitehead got 3 interceptions. He kept throwing to the guy.
Between the stats and the rankings and everything else, definitely the Bills.
See, this is something I can't understand, bro. And I understand. Look, don't get me wrong. I understand that they look at there's conference and division records and all that involved. But how is it that the Cowboys at 10-3 and the Niners at 10-3 have clinched a playoff berth, but the Eagles haven't with the same record?
Division?
No, because they're head-to-head in conference records. That's why.
But who are they losing the playoff berth to? I guess what it means is, you know what? I'm sorry, Crypt. I almost am answering my own question, because really all it means is that they can still be knocked out of the 7th seed, whereas Dallas and the Niners can't mathematically be knocked out. You know what I mean?
Could it be because of this Buffalo game?
For whatever reason, whoever has won other games and lost other games, the Eagles could still get knocked out of the playoffs, whereas the other 2 teams can't right now. That's basically what it means.
No, the Eagles are in a clinching situation. All they have to do is win and get in tomorrow night.
Right, but why do they have to get to 11 wins when the other 2 teams only had to get to 10? You know what I mean? Because the Niners and the Cowboys both have an X next to their name right now. Clinched playoff berth. That means they can't be knocked out.
I thought it was only
because Dallas. That means because Dallas owns the tiebreaker right now with Philly
for the division. But doesn't Philly own everybody else in the conference though?
No.
Who would knock them out is what I'm saying. If the Niners are also 10-3, the Lions are 10-4, so they already got one more in the loss column than the Eagles. It's just confusing sometimes. If I went through it, I'm sure I'd find the answer. It just means that the Eagles can still be knocked out.
The team that can knock them out is Dallas.
Unless they play Detroit and already.
It has to be something to do with Detroit, bro. It really does. It has to be something to do with Detroit.
No, I think it's
more of have an X by their name.
Right, exactly.
I think it's more of Dallas. If Dallas loses all 3 games, and so does Philly, Dallas takes the 7th seed over Philly. That's all it is.
No, they take the 2nd seed.
Well,
no, Dallas, right.
Dallas wins the
Dallas
division.
will win the division. They can't fall below further than 4th if they win over the division over the Eagles.
Right, if Dallas already clinched.
That's true.
All division winners will be 1 through 4.
Yeah, I didn't know Dallas already clinched last week.
Yeah, I didn't either, but I'm seeing the X next to their name because I was curious to see if we had yet, because I understand people are like, even like last week, people were even going so far as to talking about us missing the playoffs altogether, and I don't even want to hear none of that shit. You know what I mean?
They
Well,
clinched
that's why I
today
asked
from
the
the 1
question when
o'clock.
that first came out.
You heard me?
Well, you don't
What's
hear
that?
you get that.
They clinched today because of the Browns. That's what I was hearing on the over the radio.
Who?
Dallas clinched today because of the Browns.
Yeah, but they can't because they're in a different conference. It shouldn't
Yeah,
make a difference.
Well, but who was the Browns playing?
Well, it all depends who they were playing.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah.
They were playing the Bears.
Okay.
So I guess that whatever.
Oh,
it
so
has to do
Dallas
with it,
clinched today before they even played, is what you're saying? Okay.
Today they clinched.
Now, the odd thing is, if Buffalo ends up losing this game, that should clinch our playoffs, because how could we win? How could we clinch the division and a playoff berth in the same by attaining the same number of wins? Like, it doesn't make sense. You think one would be clinched before the other? I guess it's possible for you to clinch both at the same time, like the division and the playoff berth. You know what I mean?
Both teams end up at 10-7 or 11-6. The Buffalo wins the division.
Right, but I'm saying if Buffalo loses today, all we got to do is get one more win, and we got the division.
Right, then that will put us.
So theoretically, what I'm hypothesizing is if Buffalo loses today, that may at least clinch the playoffs for us.
No, because we could still have 10 wins and still miss it with just 10 wins.
No. Oh, I got you. What you're saying. We need to get to 11 no matter what. Right.
Right. To automatically make it. Yeah.
So I guess it is possible.
It
is possible to clinch the division and your playoff berth at the same time. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, but
exact
you
same
can't clinch
time. Yep. And it'll
that's the only way. You can't
usually the playoff clinch happens like a week or two before the division clinch. You know what I mean?
Now,
they usually rarely happen on the same game.
Right. In that scenario you just said, if we were to lose one, it's winner take all for the division on the final week.
Right. Now here's the case though. If Buffalo wins
Buffalo
tonight,
would miss the playoffs if they lose that last game.
Right. Now if Buffalo wins tonight, then we have to get to 12 wins to clinch the division. But will 11 wins clinch our playoff at that point, regardless of what our issue is with Buffalo? You see what I'm saying? Like, I think 11 wins has to clinch the playoffs, dude. Like, really. You know what I mean?
I mean, it should, because all the other teams, if they got more than 6 losses, then it will.
Right. So so there's a case where we could clinch the playoffs a week earlier than clinching the division.
That's why last week
that's why I kept saying about all those teams was 7.
It would have been this week. We would be division champs right now if we would have goddamn beat the Tennessee Titans last week.
That's right.
No, we still would need a loss by Buffalo today, though.
Yeah, you're right. We need a right. So I'm saying this game we're watching right now could be for our division title.
Right, if we would have won last week. But see, the thing, that's why I was saying when everybody was bunched up at 7-6, we needed all of those 7-6 teams to get their 7th loss to make that 11th win or 10th win almost an automatic to clinch the playoffs.
Right.
Because the more those 7-6 teams keeps getting more victories, we have to win extra games.
Right.
So we technically should have been rooting for all of those 7-6 teams.
I wonder though, if Baltimore loses tonight, can that clinch our playoff at 10 wins?
No, they would have to lose 3
No,
straight.
can't. Well, what clinch our
Yeah.
playoffs at 10 wins is, Baltimore, I guess, would be one.
And I'm just speaking to the 7th seed. Would it clinch the 7th seed by Baltimore losing tonight?
No. If anything,
A little bit.
no. If Baltimore wins, it may clinch our 7th seed.
What about if Buffalo ends up dropping this game and Baltimore loses tonight? Does
Then
that
we may
clinch our
clinch.
7th seed?
That no, because they could, if we
No,
lose
we're not
another
in a
game.
clinching scenario this week. They listed them
Not
all
even for the
already.
7th. Not even for the 7th. Not
Right.
even for the playoffs themselves. That's what I'm asking.
Right. None of them. No, not a.
Okay, I'm just asking. I'm not going through the plat. I don't have.
I went through it already.
There's too many
because
teams
they got a
at 10
list
and
of all
6.
the clenching scenarios. They got them already listed, already published.
Because the
Which
playoff
teams
machine
can
doesn't.
clinch.
Right. The playoff machine doesn't tell you who's clinching along the way. You know what I mean?
Right. But they'll put out.
Bad. That's bad. Their guards out for the rest of the game.
Whose
We
guards
already
are
knew
out?
that.
Zach
Dallas
Taylor.
guard?
I mean, not Zach Taylor. What's his
Zach
name?
Martin.
Man, all of our guards were out today. Look what we did. By the way, everybody.
Oh.
How about that offensive line?
Yeah. Well, I try to tell that, man.
He had Armstead back.
Offensive lineman now.
That helps.
How many?
Crypto, you heard me last night. It's the same. It's like, maybe I'm being. I admitted I was in my feelings. I admitted that it was a total lived experience. But every time in my life that we faced a situation where we're decimated on the O-line and expected to hurt because of it the next game, it always ends up turning out okay, bro. Every time. Today was no different.
Yeah.
We were all clamoring all week. Oh my God, what are we going to do? The season's over.
Can I ask you?
I was even talking about scheming Tua out of the pocket. Remember?
Is the Dallas defense any better? I mean, as good as the Jets defense?
No.
I don't know. I don't think so.
It is. Hold on. It is literally. Hold on. It is literally. I may have 1 and 2 backwards. Baltimore, Cleveland, New York Jets at the start of today's action.
Yeah,
See, I
was
thought
still number one.
they said
The Chiefs defense, who held us to 14 points, is
4.
not even as good as the Jets defense.
Well, they probably passed them now. They probably was number 4.
We were teeter-tottering back and forth.
They gave up 17 points.
It is in and around there, Crypto. It is in and around there. I think they were 4th when we played them.
We've been switching back and forth between Cowboys.
Yeah, it's going to be a lot of
Thursday night
it's
football.
going to be a lot of back and forth. Yeah,
and then it switched back. So we're that close with them on D and the Jets. We actually went ahead of the Jets, and then we went ahead of Cowboys, and then the last game we went behind them both. And then after this game, we're probably going to go ahead of both of them.
We just had to see.
I just asked the question because
the Jets defense was 26th against the run, but overall they was like 3 and 5 against the pass and 3 overall, but 26th against the run or something like that.
Well, and question to Hooked Up Joe, because I know Hooked Up Joe. You kind of make sure he usually covers these bases. When the networks in general and the pundits and everybody generally say the defense is the 3rd ranked defense, which ranking system are they pulling that off of, and which metric is that going by? Is it just yardage given up, points given up? You know what I mean? Like, what are we looking at here? Because when I try to figure it out, like, because like for instance on Pro Football Reference. So, for instance, in the NFL, when you talk about who's the current receiving leader, they go based on yardage. Well, that doesn't really tell you anything. A guy could have 1,200 yards and 0 touchdowns. You know what I mean? But they still call him the receiving leader at the moment. You know what I mean? What do they do for defense on that? Is it a is it like a conglomeration of metrics, or is it one specific thing like yardage?
No, the one they use on the charts for the NFL, which is the one I always post, and then when I post it, I say it doesn't mean anything because it's not really good.
Well, you know who you're talking to, so we can put that aside. You know what I mean?
But you can see it change. They use the total amount regardless of the number of games. They don't even factor in, it's not even a per game amount.
Total amount of what, though?
It's a total amount. Like they just use.
Wow. Big sack. Sorry, guys. Sorry.
Okay.
Someone's watching another game of the day.
Yeah, mute the guy cheering for Buffalo.
Sorry. What the hell was he thinking? It was a 3rd and 1. He took like a 9-step drop.
Yeah.
What was he thinking?
Yo, you're ahead, bro.
Get used to it.
At
It's the way of the league. It's called the infamous backpedal, Michael K. It's the infamous backpedal. It happens all the time.
I don't understand how quarterbacks do that, bro.
Yeah, I know. It boggles my mind. The backpedal is unbelievable. It's crazy. It's even successful. That's more successful than the fade route.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to scream. I didn't think that was going to happen. It was 3rd and 1. I thought they were going to run it.
Yeah.
Well, you would think they would. But not everybody got common sense.
When this guy is more worried about his fucking hot chocolate over,
hot chocolate.
Hot chocolate.
Hey, he was on the sideline getting his hot chocolate.
What am I missing? What the hell am I missing? Who the hell's drinking hot chocolate at this hour?
McCarthy was drinking a hot beverage on the sideline.
So for me, Joe. So for me, when you hear me say so and so is the 3rd ranked defense, just so you know, I've found this, on the same place where ESPN has their power index and their projections. They have a category called efficiencies, and it tracks total offense and defense and special teams efficiencies, right? And I don't know what they base it all on, but it seems to me that if you're talking about who's the most efficient, let's say on defense, you would say who is using the least amount of resources to hold teams to the least amount of production. Whereas on offense, you would say efficiency is using the least amount of resources to have the most amount of production. Would you agree that would be what you would define as efficiencies?
Yeah, I would call that a much more valid metric about what's going on than these ones that just grab some total yards.
Total yardage or points per game against or whatever. And that's what I'm saying. That's the one that I pull off of. When you hear me say 3rd ranked defense, that's what the list I'm pulling off of. And right now, currently, if I look at it,
because you got total. You got against the run, against the pass. Like I said, it's a big disparity between run and pass when it comes to the Jets.
Right.
They were like 26 against the run, but yet 5th against the pass, which making the overall a 3rd.
Right.
Which is weird. So, you got 2 in the low single digits, but 1 is in the freaking double digits.
Right. So I don't know if they update this list in real time or if it's going to wait till Tuesday. But currently on defense, you have the Baltimore Ravens, number 1, Cleveland Browns, number 2, Jets 3, Jaguars 4, 49ers 5, Cowboys 5th, Vikings 6th, Falcons 7th, Patriots 8th, Dolphins 9th, Steelers 10th, Chiefs 11th.
Damn, the Patriots still holding on? And they only got 2 wins on the season.
So Dolphins 9th, Steelers 10th, Chiefs 11th, Colts 12th, Saints 13th, Bills 14th.
How in the world is the freaking Paint a 2-win team a top 10 in defense? Go figure that one out. They had a quarterback.
Because they hold teams to low amounts of points, dude.
Yeah, they have no offense.
I get that. I get
why
that.
Why are the Jets the 3rd ranked defense, bro?
But they gave up 27 points.
Hold on. I saw a graphic today that they pulled up on the network. You know why the Jets are the 3rd ranked defense, even though their record sucks? Because they're only giving up 158 some odd yards passing per game.
They are. I think if Tua didn't get to 300
or 185 or something, it was. You know what I mean? Like sub 200 yards passing per game. That's probably an important part of it.
If somebody could double check, if Tua didn't get 300 today, that makes 35 straight quarterbacks with less than 300
Well, I'm
yards.
pretty sure he didn't even get 250 because I had the over on. I had the over on 249.5, and it didn't hit. So
right, it was 240 something. You were close. It was 240 something, like 242.
So you mean to tell me that's 35 games in a row now? That's
Well,
probably
they
why
got
their defense is ranked that high.
And I remember last year they were saying, well, they played 8 backup quarterbacks in a row. Well, since then, they've played Mahomes. They've played, name them, Tua twice. You know what I mean?
They
let's
played
see.
CJ Stroud last week. They played Burrow. They played Jalen Hurts.
And every one of them, the best,
Josh Allen twice
yet. And I think the best yet put against them was the Chiefs, 24 points or 25 points.
Right, and yardage
until our offense put 27 on them, and our defense had a score, so we had 31 points on them in the last meeting. Am I correct about that? Was it 31?
It was 30.
Yeah,
30.
Yeah, the Bills
right,
had 30,
27 of which was on the offense. Okay, if I remember correctly.
The Bills have the highest point total as far as offense. Yeah,
right. And today we just put a clean 30 on them.
Yeah,
so we're better than everybody else.
Yards they given up. They made up against that. They played a bunch of backup quarterbacks, so they played a bunch of good ones this year, and still never cracked 300.
Well, and about week 5 or 6, Crypto, or before we were playing that, after we lost to the Chiefs, right around that time, we're starting to see that already throughout this year. And so when I said, hey, it would tell me more about our team and our offense to put 30 up on the Jets than it would to beat the Chiefs, to eke out a win against the Chiefs in overtime. It would have told me more.
Yep, you said exactly that. If we scored 30, yeah.
And then when we played the Jets and we put a bunch of points on them, people told me, oh, well, their defense is checked out on the season. Well, if their defense is checked out on the season, 6 games later, they're still 3rd ranked. Apparently, their defense hasn't checked out on the season.
And we did it again.
Well, they probably not as checked out, but we know their offense is checked out. There's no argument when they come to that.
Well, yeah, if you want to talk about why we won the game because the Jets checked out, then that's fair. But to say why we put 30 points on arguably the best defense in the league,
we do know that the offense is checked out because they ain't putting up points on nobody.
In case you didn't forget, the Browns defense ain't changed much from last year to this year either, and we put over 30 on them last year.
No, it's much better this year.
Well, maybe it is. Maybe it is, but point remains. They were already a good defense last year. Why do you think they won so many games without Deshaun Watson last year?
I hope McDaniel is watching this game.
What'd you say, Michael?
Unless we not forget the Ravens #1 in the league right now in defense. And how many points did we put on them in the 4th quarter alone?
Yeah,
we do get a double whammy on the film review this week because now
Crypto. I know those defenses aren't as good as last year as they are this year. I get that, but it just goes to show you again the when we talk about here around these parts, when we talk about when we're executing at a high level and the level we know we can execute at, we can literally beat any of these top defenses, bro. This notion that we get out physical or we get stood up by these top defenses, that's just not true. It happens, yeah.
Well, I would say this.
But the Chargers were 26th ranked in pass defense last year when they beat us.
Well, I will only say this. We have not played a complete team when it comes to the great defense that has a competent offense.
I could agree with that because I could agree with that because you're not going to tell me we would have been that good today or had that much defensive production had they been putting some points on the board. I agree with you there. We got to pump the brakes a little bit on that and say, hey, the score probably would have been a little more even had they been putting up points. Not even, I shouldn't say even, but closer to even,
Yeah,
like they might have scored a touchdown or two. Like my parlay might have been good today if they'd had some kind of offense.
Yeah, but you know what? One thing I could say is that Tua didn't give their offense good field position or put their offense in scoring positions.
By turning over the ball. You're correct, Shay.
Oh, that's true. Yeah. And hey, I had Tua on my parlay for a half of an interception, and he didn't hit. So shout out to him for not throwing any INTs today against the defense that is proven to be able to do it against him.
Right.
Unless I missed one. Did I miss one?
Yeah, he got one. What, he got 2 touchdowns today or 1?
I want to say 2. I know Raheem had 2, so
he got 1.
So that means he got 1. Okay,
1 to
all right.
Waddle.
So that's fine. 1-0 turnover ratio was good enough for me.
But I bet you his passer rating was beautiful today. I haven't looked it up, but
it has to be because you have no.
It's a
the turnovers and yardage is what do it. No turnovers and yardage is what goes into that metric.
The efficiency, even though it's only 1 touchdown, the efficiency of his day is like, that's really what the passer rating tells you is efficiency.
3 incompletions with the touchdown.
I'd be willing to bet we got the best passer rating against the Jets all year.
That could be.
We had a short yardage. We had short yardage the whole time.
I think Allen had 80% completion.
I tell you who didn't beat the Jets.
That's obviously the second game.
I can tell you the teams that didn't beat the Jets.
Yeah, that was the second game.
Can we list the teams that didn't beat the Jets this year?
Yeah, the Bills.
Well, it's only 5 of them.
Okay, the Bills.
They beat the Jets.
Eagles. The Eagles.
Well, they beat a lot of good teams. Actually, to their credit, even though they got a crappy offense, they do got a bunch to compile some wins against some winning teams.
Yeah, I know. Well, the same with the Ravens, dude. The Ravens are another team. They can beat anybody too. The difference between the Ravens and us is they actually have beat anybody.
Yeah, pretty much all but one of their wins are against winning teams.
Yeah, I know. Their record's crazy this year, bro. They're actually to me the real deal team. If you're talking about the whole NFL, like, let's be real here,
right? As far as a balance between wins and losses,
and we can beat them, and we know we can beat them. We've beaten them with a lesser version of ourselves right now.
You
know what I mean?
Oh, you suck. Sorry.
All the Ravens' losses came to winning teams, and almost all of their wins came to winning teams. They've had nothing but winning teams on their schedule for the most part. That's what's so crazy about it.
Yep.
Damn,
you're absolutely right.
He knew he was going to get hammered.
And so we want to have them in the mindset of the first 3 quarters last year. Keep them in that mindset where they think we're the team they can finally beat up on. That's the nobody. You know what I mean? Let them keep thinking that way. We can't lose to the Dolphins. We beat good teams. You know what I mean? It's like,
Buffalo was ready to run into
the. All I'm going to say is now that we're at 10 wins and we can at least say that we had a better season than last year. Okay. Yeah. We can at least say that. I think that's at least in the cards, and my point is that's nothing to celebrate. That's nothing to say, oh, we got to hang that over our head on our wall like it's something to celebrate. What I'm saying is that's where we're at right now. So
that was
the rest of the year you should be thinking of nothing but fucking fun, man. This is fucking fun to be in this position.
Oh God.
You know how many teams in this league right now, how many fan bases wish they were us?
Wow. Damn, Cook. What? My TFTG thing would shot.
And I'd venture to say now Michael K would probably disagree with this, at least from the Bills camp. I venture to say there's some fan bases that are of contending teams that are a little jealous of us where we sit right now.
Absolutely, there.
I'd like to give a little. One of the things I want to just use is growth in the overall package of what I'm about to say. Tua has to put some things on film, because when you go through the film, if he had hit Waddle at least 4 times, Tennessee would have come out of the weak side strong.
All right, Sharif, I got a bone to pick with you. Where was my 6 yards? Where was my 6 yards? I had Tua on my parlay for 5.5, over 5.5 rushing yards, bro. Where were my 6 yards, man?
You said 5.5?
5.5 yards. I had him with the over. I figured one scramble would all it would take. One scramble.
He didn't have no scrambles in that game today?
Apparently not, because he didn't hit the over on 5.5 yards. I had Zach Wilson. I had Zach Wilson at 13.5 yards over, and he goes out of the game. I'm like, my parlay was destroyed right away, man. I'm like, you sons of bitches.
It's always a yard.
You couldn't even scramble. Because think about it. If he would have stayed in the game, eventually, out of self-preservation, he would have scrambled and got that 14 yards rushing. You know what I mean? Like, come on, man. You know, you're going to sit there and take 9 sacks. Well, I guess he could, but, you know.
Boy, I tell you. But I think
Wilson does have some wheels, man, you know. Like,
this
damn.
was a game for them to pick up on their sack total for Wilkins for him to win Batman a lot of money. I'm almost ready to send Batman the money anyways. Because we play enough teams that quarterback hold the ball.
Like I was telling you, the average person, even people that know what Zach Wilson is, bro. You ask the average person, yeah, he's still got some wheels. I could expect 14 yards and a couple scrambles out of him in a game. Like, that's not a bad bet. You know what I mean?
I think this is the first game he was actually knocked out of, right? Like when he started and never complete. I want to say this is the first one.
I heard he had a concussion, so
yeah.
He was in the protocol.
So a couple things.
He didn't get benched anyway.
So a couple of things, right? This is the first time we are able to see McDaniel work without Tyree, which I think it was not far-fetched. And I know Crypto had some complaints about it, not having enough confidence. But we didn't see a jump ball offense necessarily.
He had a full week of
practice. Still a balance thing. It wasn't that so-called jump ball that you threw pretty much gotten almost freaking our receiver killed on the very opening drive.
So yeah, I mean, hold on.
Sharif, you're alluding to something that we were talking about all week. That's the only reason I'm interrupting you. Right? So about what, Wednesday or Thursday, the question was asked about sitting Tyreek and what it would mean and what this and that and the other. And I mean, I was staunch the whole week on, sit him. Because if we can't beat the Jets without Tyreek Hill, what are we doing anyway? You need him to get the rest. And if you play him against the Jets to make sure you get the win and he gets further injured, then you're going to find out what you're like without him in the playoff game. Right. That's not what you want.
I agree with that.
Sitting him like we did today, and then and what it was the question I asked, Crypto, what happens if we sit Tyreek today and we absolutely destroy the Jets?
So
where are we? How are we feeling about our chances against even the upper echelon teams going forward?
But not only that, Color. I mean, let's go deep now. Okay, I can now let Armstead walk because of the play of Lamb, and I'm telling you right now, Cotton, he's doing right now what Eichenberg used to do, which is learning. And Eichenberg is really a guy who we're asking to stay in. People are begging for Eichenberg right now. So my thing is, we're finding diamond in the rough. And this is what I was talking about yesterday. Yes, you go through adversity. 6 guys go down in 3 weeks or whatever, and they're big-time Pro Bowlers or the stars on your team. Yes, fine. But then how do you find Nick Needham? How do you find Kohu? How do you find these guys? You find them by guys going down. And so I wasn't trying to give false confidence. What I'm trying to say is give this team
for the people that want to point out the bad parts, even in a win like this. I'll let them have their moment, and I'll say it for them. Yo, Cater, man, had a terrible day. He was probably because he was likely playing out of position. But and there, other than that, bro, it's like you really can't criticize many individuals on our defense. Even like there were some stellar freaking defenses, bro. Like from Apple,
Tua put some things on tape
from Elijah Campbell.
Tua put some things on tape that is very important. And if you look at the tape last week, If Tua would have hit Waddle at least 4 times, it would have ran Tennessee out of what they were doing. What they were doing is wherever we motion or quick motion or jet motion side to, they leave that side strong. And so Tua, what he was doing was his first read was getting cut off, and everyone is already on the strong side where he's designed to pass on that play. And so it left him pitching and then getting sacked. So what
You
Tua
notice
needed,
something else?
what Tua needed to do,
Until they benched Tua, there was like there wasn't really many like I wouldn't say there wasn't any smiles but there was very like focused looks on everybody's face today on the sideline throughout the whole game, man. Even when we're scoring and having success and all that. Yeah, there's the handshakes and the pats on the hat, but there wasn't really much, other than on defense. I mean, Wilkins is always going to celebrate, you know what I mean? But
I was kind of ready for them to bench Tua after the first quarter.
it was a very business-like atmosphere on the sideline from what I could tell.
Yeah,
and
like I said,
resistance in any game, I call it
like I said,
the first series or the first play. And after we got that,
what really matters in these things?
It was a wrap.
Well, hold on, Sharif. I want to hear what Crypto's saying. Are you you had mentioned earlier about the fade? Were you talking about the fade on the first drive?
Yeah.
Right now, that was to Achane on the left, right? Is that the one you're talking about?
Yeah, it was one that he threw again. But I'm just saying
when he threw that fade route to Achane, bro, I swear to God that was a message, bro, to me. That was like, oh yeah, color, watch this.
They see it.
You know what I mean? And he was wrong again, bro. The shit didn't happen. You know what I mean? Like, come on, McDaniel. Try it again. Keep trying to prove me wrong. You think you're going to hit that 17%? You better be ready to try that 17 times out of 100 more. Okay.
He's trying to get to the 100. Maybe he.
I feel like he heard us, Crypto, all week, and he's like, no, I can throw a fade route to a running back if I want to. Watch this, and it didn't. And it's like, no, you got told again, McDaniel.
Well, the most important thing is now the NFL defenses with 4 games left have to look at what Tua is doing, which is now hitting the tight end in the middle of the field, hitting the check down tight end that is strafing, wheeling out of the backfield, and this is things now that they got to put defenses now have, because he's not committing to the middle of the field. He's not committing to the first read, which is normally over the middle. He's committing to things like tight ends and he's committing to other things. So now that's good. And when you look at the tape last week, like I said, Waddle was open like 5 or 6 different times, but Tua just never turned his head and come back to his reads. But he still tried to either seek out Tyreek or seek out someone else, which never worked. So Tua put some good things on film for matchup wise. For the next team that studies us, they're gonna have to study Smythe. They're gonna have to study Claypool, and they're gonna have to put 2 on Waddle, because if you notice, Jets called a timeout on that play and Tua laughed that he was going deep to Waddle again, 1-on-1, and it's things like that. Yes, okay, we don't have Tyreek, and you can shut down our run game to 3.2 yards a carry, but we still will burn you deep because I have a 60-yard arm. He threw that ball from the 40-yard line, and he dropped back to the 32, and he threw that ball right to Waddle. So any deep ball things, and I'm not even worried about that, the argument of deep ball. I'm just saying, like, if you believe that you can shut down the run, fine. We'll hit Waddle deep 1-on-1. And this is without Tyreek. And this is what I knew McDaniel can do, Crypto. I was just saying he has to go back to what Charlie Fry did, which is utilize Waddle.
Yeah. Well, yeah, he did.
It doesn't see like the way it looked today, the way we were firing the ball around to Waddle and all that. I'm just as amazed as everybody else we didn't get the 250. It's like, man, how'd that not look like a 400-yard passing game to you all? Like, that's what it looked like to me, man.
No reason why, Color, if people don't realize that our first 3 drives started on their side of the field. So you don't have that many yards to go.
Most of them.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
The
That's
first
probably what.
touchdown
Yeah,
started
you're
at the
right.
1 yard line.
That's what's creating the optical illusion. I can see that.
Yeah.
Sure.
Right.
Most of the yardage
The very
started
first
on the
drive out of the
50-yard
gate
line.
was at the 1 yard line.
Yeah. That's true.
So yeah.
I almost thought
So
that was a
that's what it is.
touchdown. Or I mean, a touchdown on the defense when they.
Right. Matter of fact, Zeiler almost got his second score on defense in that
Oh
moment.
my
He got
God, that
tripped
would have
up
been
there.
crazy, bro. That would have been just crazy, dude.
Yeah, back-to-back weeks of pick six. Good.
Yeah.
By D
And
line.
what really matters on this defense now is I'm seeing this defense like on the third, it's like 5 levels, but they're like on the
One other
third
thing,
or
Sharif.
4th
Sorry,
level.
Sharif. One other thing. Van Ginkel. You know how many times they dropped him back in the cover? Say, did you see that freaking look like a cornerback out there knocking that ball out, man?
That's his responsibility. That's the same responsibility you always have. See, the thing is, it's 4 defensive ends, but if it's a tight end and 2 wide receivers on Van Ginkel's side, he will drop to lead with the tight end. That's his responsibility because it's 2 down linemen
besides the
and it's 2
responsibility, he
linebackers,
actually
Chubb
defended
and
the
Van
play,
Ginkel.
bro. Well,
Yep,
besides
that's
the
his responsibility. Yeah,
You know,
people think that they just gonna rush the passer if the
I'm
offense
just
says.
talking about Sharif. I'm talking about forget the responsibility. Once he was
Yeah.
there at the point of attack, he is as good as any DB on the guy, man.
And Phillips does the same thing. Chubb will do the same thing. They will realize that, hold on, there's 2 receivers on my side and a tight end. I'm dropping with Conklin. I'm immediately dropping with, and that's a smart thing to do because it's only 2 D-line, and they're the 2 linebackers,
He
Van
avoided
Ginkel
the
and Chubb.
moss, bro. He avoided getting mossed, bro.
Well,
Like throwing his
they're
arm up and knocking the
linebackers.
ball away like
I
that, bro.
don't know
That
if
was great
fans know.
shit, man.
Not you, Color. I don't know if fans know. They're linebackers. That's what Chubb and Van Ginkel are. They're not defensive ends per se, but if on third downs they all rush. That's just the difference. But on other plays, it's only 2 down linemen. It's Wilkins and Raekwon, or Siler
Most of us know that. Most of us know this. Our audience is pretty smart.
Yeah.
Again, Sharif, I'm trying to take it off of the fact that they drop back. I get that happens. What I'm saying is the skill to actually be able to defend the receiver the way he did is like defensive back level.
And think of this: Siler and Wilkins, they don't come out of the game. Chubb, they don't take rest. We hit the quarterback more and blitz the least in the NFL. Nobody hits the quarterback more than us, and we blitz the least.
What a catch! Sorry.
And so the level of also when the ball gets thrown by the opposite quarterback, we now come up on things like a screen. We come up on the out. We're ready to hit you.
I'm just
Not only
saying
to hit you, we're ready to hit you
we have
hard.
Sharif, what I'm saying is we have a tweener linebacker on our team. Okay, they can pass rush as good as Derek Rogers and cover people as good, at least as good as Cater Code.
Yep.
That's Van Ginkel.
Yep, and Chubb is right there, and Phillips are right there with him.
Tua only had 1 mistake in this whole game, and that was the near pick 6. That was his only mistake. He only had 1 mistake the whole game.
Another beautiful thing is these cornerbacks are ready to hit you.
From Tua all game, to be honest with you.
Cardinals just scored.
If a pass is made, our cornerbacks are leading to hit the crap out of you. And what does that say? That says they're knowing the defense. They're knowing the defense at the back of their hand. They're allowing the receivers to catch the ball, and they're blasting them. And that means we're in the 3rd or 4th level of this defensive frangio. And that's a good thing because what it means is if the front 4 gets there and the back 3 linebackers are able to adjust after snap, the cornerbacks are going to bleed on the receiver, and they're going to hit the crap. Sometimes we're going to be the ones getting knocked out. And I'm telling you, Elliott,
before you finish, Sharif,
Paulin,
I wanted to shout.
they both got knocked out by contact made on their own teammates.
I wanted to shout out to J.R. Black because he the only one tend to understand and pay attention to what I be saying over all the streams and shows. And he knows my stance on the quarterback as far as I've already said he's already done what he needed to do at the regular season level. We as a fan base should only be critiquing him once January the 18th coming forward.
Is this Tua?
Our critique is over for Tua. He's already showed that he's the best
Tua
regular
is
season
0-0 in
that
the
we've had.
playoffs. He's 0-0 in the playoffs. That's
Hey
what
guys,
he is.
Exactly. That's what.
Bills just
To
went
that
up
point,
31-3.
To that point, Sharif. To that point, Sharif, that's where our evaluation should stop. We should stop
Exactly.
nitpicking him in the regular season. Regular
Exactly.
season game means nothing. The evaluation in the regular season should be over for him.
Well,
He's
the
already
good
proven
news,
himself there.
the good news for Tua Non is Tua put some good film out there. He's not hitting the middle of the field. In fact, he hit the middle of the field one time. And I'm telling you right now, he's gonna. And I'm talking
So
beyond
shout
20
out to
yards.
J.R. Black for knowing what I meant.
So he's hitting things away from what defenses are expecting because he's taking what the defense is giving him. That's gonna break down to other things other than Tyreek. That's an important part of what Tua has put on film. The teams are not going to be scrambling. If they dare to leave Waddle again, I'm telling you, if they don't put a safety over the top, it's going to be the same shit. It's going to be the same shit.
So everybody, welcome to Yuri Shiri in the chat. Just joined us from X. Come over to YouTube if you want to chat it up with everybody here. And everybody else on X. Appreciate y'all listening. And yeah, so real quick, Bills just took a 31-3 lead with like 12 minutes left in the fourth, roughly.
Listen.
Really quick, guys, before we keep going on with our discussion about
Hang on,
today's
y'all. I
action,
gotta be back. I'll be back.
no problem, Crypto. Before
All
we
right,
go on
man.
about today's game, I want to do a score rundown real quick. Currently, the Rams are taking it to the Commanders pretty handily, 28-7, with 13-12 left in the fourth. 49ers taking care of the Cardinals, 35-22, with 11:30 left in the fourth. As we're watching together, the Bills are curb stomp the Cowgirls, 31-3, with 12:30 left in the fourth.
How come every team with the winning record?
Tonight's action will feature the Ravens going into Duval County, Florida, to take on the Jacksonville Jaguars in an important AFC top seed matchup with top seed implications. In earlier action today, you had the Browns defeating the Bears 20-17. Buccaneers taking care of the Packers 34-20. Texans taking out the Titans in overtime 19-16. The Chiefs outlasting the Patriots and just scoring more points than them 27-17. Saints took care of the Giants 24-6. Panthers upset Falcons 9-7. And then today's lovely game between our beloved Miami Dolphins and the New Jersey Jets, we put them out of their misery 30-0, getting the shutout. 17-point second quarter. That's a highlight. And of course, in action on Thursday, y'all saw the Raiders attempt to perform the same feat as the Dolphins did earlier this year, defeating the Chargers 63-21. And on Saturday, of course, you had the Bengals beating the Vikings 27-24, Colts over the Steelers 30-13, Lions over the Broncos 42-17. And tomorrow night, Monday Night Football, you will have the Eagles going over to Seattle to face the Seahawks. So,
hey, Color, can I ask you a question? How come every time we play a good team, we're coming off one of their worst losses?
Yeah.
It seems like every damn time we play the Eagles, they lose the week before. We play the KC, they lose the week before.
You're right, Todd. I never thought about that. Every team we played, they lost the week before.
Now Dallas is getting hurt.
Every good team, Crypto.
Oh, yeah. Every good team we played lost the week before. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. And then Dallas is getting curb stomped the week before we're playing them.
Right. That's crazy. How ironic that is, though, Todd.
I'm telling you right now, a lot of people would not notice, but they could compare.
Those people that think offenses and shit shouldn't perform when it's rainy and ugly and shit, it's been pouring this whole game. Buffalo has no problem putting up 31 points.
Listen, right now, I'm gonna tell you all right now. You think the fan base was not
it's raining
involved
too.
today?
Well,
They
it's
could not
raining where I'm
hear
at.
a thing. Jets could not hear a thing during the second, third, and fourth quarters. They could not hear. In fact, there was a point where Zach Wilson was clapping, and the fans was making so much noise. He was clapping to himself. Almost got a delay of game, and Salah saved him. But I'm telling you right now, that fan base is making a lot of freaking noise in that stadium. They couldn't hear shit.
And I got to give props to our safeties, man. Both of them making plays out there. Replacing
I was about to say, Todd. A lot of the injuries is friendly fire to Baker, Brandon Jones to Holland, Brandon Jones to Elliott. Elliott got nicked up on his own. All of these are us blasting wide receivers or us missing the receiver and blasting ourselves. And I'm telling you right now, what is that saying? Fangio's defense has our safeties like Seattle back in the day, where we're launching into receivers and daring them to come over the middle. That's a good thing, but also it's friendly fire, as we can see.
Hey, it was nice seeing Jones get 2 picks.
It was almost friendly fire in that if Eli Apple didn't get out of the way, Jones would have kneed him in his head. But this is what I'm talking about. We're there to make the play.
Well, this game is turning out like I thought it would. Goodness.
So, yeah, Fangio's defense, the defensive guys have their heads on the swivel, and they need to know where their own players are. Is that what you're saying?
Because we're ready now to blast you because we've adjusted. We've learned this defense, and it's like heat-seeking missiles now when receivers catch balls over the middle.
That is the one thing I was wrong about all week. I thought Dallas was going to blow the Bills out, so I'll take my crow on that one. Oh, well.
Hey, Color, I love the call of the Waddle play, man, by you.
Oh, yeah? Which one?
I just don't want him jumping in the air for a football no more.
No, man, that's it. I want him to do whatever he needs to do.
Hold on, Sharif. Todd, what was that?
When you called out the Waddle touchdown, when you were calling out Pete, I loved it. I was waiting for Pete to come up.
Yeah,
it was just an absolute dime, bro. How can you throw the ball? How can you run the play any better than that as a quarterback, bro?
Waddle did one move and shift to the right and then double move to the left, and it was over.
Single coverage, yeah. It was over.
It was over. And look, listen,
that was a house move right there.
Man, let me tell you, what am I asking myself when he runs that play? I'm asking myself, if they're gonna single cover Waddle because they're doubling Tyreek, then why the hell is Tua not keeping his eyes on the safety with Tyreek and then hitting Waddle deep? Obviously, they're going to use that play more as Tyreek comes back. But my point is, he shouldn't have 4 touchdowns. Waddle should have at least 7. And they should be doing this.
Yeah, I didn't know he was at
Waddle.
3 until they showed it today. I didn't realize he was only at 3 when they showed it.
Like,
I was shocked. I thought he would have had more too.
Like, to me, it
well, you got to remember, Raheem Mostert's got like what 6 times
19?
more than every wide receiver we got.
Raheem Mostert, shout out to him for breaking the record with 20 touchdowns for us. First Dolphin player with 20 touchdowns.
I can understand why Waddle or Tyreek's touchdowns are down, but then Raheem Mostert, when we got a 2-yard touchdown, when we're at the 2 every other week,
right?
Waddle's not going to get a lot of production out of that.
Yeah, Mostert is pushing for Ring of Honor though around the stadium.
And Zach Seiler pushing for 2 touchdowns in a week, because it would have been less than a week.
Telling you right now, the way Zach Seiler. You know how much value we got in signing him? You know he's locked up for 2 more years.
He was that close to scoring.
He got some value.
Zach Seiler. He just looked like he was.
Crypto. That's interesting because if he scored, he's had 20 touchdowns in how many games? Let's say that's the rest he gets, but let's say it was 17 games, right? That would be more than 1 touchdown per game, which means theoretically. I mean, I get that he could have got 3 in one and 0 in another. I get that in reality, right? But if you're just looking at pure,
it's always uneven,
right? But if you're looking at pure, 1.3 or 4 touchdowns per game, right? That means that your team theoretically has not been shut out.
Yep.
Yeah.
He's
Well,
a
as far as that,
guaranteed.
well,
He's a guaranteed non-shutout. You know what I mean?
Yep.
well, you should be able to. Yeah. And
I mean,
that's aspect.
as far as the math goes, like, I get
And
that's
I'm
not how it actually plays out in
And I'm
reality.
telling you right now, a lot of people are
Yeah,
not
because I
thinking
remember
this.
one
what a
game he had like 4 or
Oh my
5
God.
touchdowns.
Dak
You know,
Prescott just threw away
Dallas just
even
threw an
their
interception.
desperation chance to come back in this game. He just threw it away. Bills
I'm
intercepted.
telling you right now, we're looking at the schedule. The Dolphins are looking at you. If you think they didn't take this as a business game, a business trip, when they see that schedule with Buffalo coming to Miami in Week 18, I'm telling you, we are wearing our glasses and shades that day. We ain't taking shit that day. Because why? People gonna have a narrative on us that we can't beat a good team. And it doesn't matter if we beat Baltimore. It doesn't matter if we beat this next team.
No,
Dallas.
that narrative
What
goes away
matters
if you
is
win one
when
of the
Buffalo
next two.
comes down to Miami, I don't give a shit if they're out of the playoffs. What matters is taking care of the team that has always spanked you for years. And we have to. We're not celebrating that game. We're not sliding or doing any of that surf shit. We're just gonna pound
But here
Buffalo.
again, Steve, we're right back to where we were before Tennessee still. Because look, we're at 4 losses. If we lose to the Cowboys,
which
and
we're
the
not,
Ravens win tonight, we can still beat them. No, I'm sorry. If they lose, if the Ravens lose tonight, we can still beat them and take the top seed. They also still have to play the 49ers.
We will have the top seed going into that game. We'll be tied with them.
The easiest way, obviously, is to find some way to beat the freaking Dallas Cowboys. Now, I'm looking at the game tonight going, I'm pretty sure we can find a way to beat the Dallas Cowboys. Whether we implement that way and actually do it or not,
I think
I don't know. But
I
I
think you
know
hold
we
Robert
can
Hunt
find a
out
way.
for Baltimore. That's what I think right now.
Whatever the will
You
of the
hold
way.
Robert Hunt out for Baltimore Ravens. And the thing is, Eichenberg
Why would
drafted
you be doing
Boston.
that? You need to be all hands on
Look
deck
at that.
against that
Cowboys
team.
versus Dolphins
No, sir.
Sunday, Christmas
We
Eve.
see once again, crypto. It's called finding diamonds in the rough. And yes, you can use them if they're 70%. But once again, I want to see if, for instance,
you know what they got?
you know
playing
Cameron
next to
Good
us?
playing very well
Who is
today.
that?
Cameron Good had a
next
couple
to
of
us on
pressures and half a sack.
Did you see what game they have playing next to us on Christmas Eve?
Well, they got the Chargers and Bills.
No, it was like Arizona and Carolina or something, bro.
No, that's the 1 o'clock game.
No, it showed 4 o'clock right with us.
Oh, okay, because we the double header. We're the second game.
I'm telling you right now, as a Dolphin fan,
we the double header. Well, it should be a full slate because it's Sunday.
As a Dolphin fan, a 70
it should be a full slate of games.
Tua, I know you're listening to this
Arizona
channel.
at Chicago with us at 4:25, bro.
I know you're listening to this channel, Tua.
That's because they playing in Arizona.
A 4:05 game, Jacksonville at Tampa Bay. That's a Florida slob and knocker right there. That's cool.
Right, the Battle of the North Florida.
Tua, I know you're listening
the
to
Eagles
this
and
channel.
Giants on Christmas Day. That'll be a fest.
I ain't taking a 70 burger or less. Nothing less. You either got a 70 burger to Buffalo Bills, or you got to do something.
No, you just got to beat Buffalo.
No, you got a 70 burger them. You got a 70 burger them because
if
what
we
have
beat
to
them
do.
3-0 win over the Bills is just as good as any victory this season.
Yeah,
I'm telling you right now.
70
For our ego, for our ego, we need that.
For our ego, just winning Buffalo.
Just beating Buffalo is good enough.
We haven't beaten them yet.
Putting 70 on a team is never required, Sharif, because if it was, it would have been done within the last 56 years, bro.
Yeah,
well,
somebody
you get
would
my
eventually
point.
did it.
I think we need to just. I think we need to have 40 by halftime. If we get 40 by halftime, I think we need 40 by halftime to just say, okay,
my
Dolphins are tired of them. Yeah.
To be honest with you.
The CBS reporters would say they'd have to say, boy, the Dolphins are tired of Buffalo. 40-0 here at halftime. That's what I want to see, because what it'll do is it'll rub out anything that they could possibly do in 2024 or 2025. And we're going to let them know, like prime time, we're getting comfortable and we're here. We ain't going nowhere.
So
That's what we got to do to them.
Listen, guys.
I know we're better on defense than we were when we
Hold on,
played
guys.
in the
Michael
first
K
game.
just texted us privately, right? And he's like asking about the show last night because he wants to clip a part of it to rub it in our face, right? And the part he wanted to clip was me talking about predicting the Cowboys blowing out the Bills.
Oh.
And I'm like,
we said clip the show.
Yeah, well, he wanted
that part when he's going through the projection,
saying the Cowboys were going to blow out the Bills, right? So I just texted him back because apparently he's not in chat right now. I texted him back just now and said, "I already just ate crow. You must have been on the toilet."
Yeah, he was in the toilet. He was in the latrine.
Who knows?
I mean, I literally just ate crow right before he sent that message. You know,
I'm surprised he's not even
right now. Cameron Good is a stud. I was looking at this kid.
He is a stud, but I do have.
I was looking at. Go ahead.
Well, so they got two
Alan.
I forgot the other Alan. They actually took him out of this game too. Wow.
Has any kind of like hating on the man or saying, "Oh, he has no hope," or he's a whatever.
God damn, that rain is coming down hard out there.
I think the fact that he was on the field, I think the fact that he was on the field today, over a guy that was drafted so high above him, whether he had a stellar performance or not, to get on the field, bro, in that situation and to be viable enough to be that part of our team.
Knowing that Fangio is like trust friggin'. He has a trust problem, bro.
So by no means am I saying this guy is done or anything, but I do have some critiques about today. Like there was a couple times where it just seemed like
Agba.
No, Cameron Good. There's a couple times today where it seems like he was chasing his blocker instead of just cutting inside on him and getting to the quarterback. You know what I mean? Like the blocker was literally getting them to chase further in the backfield behind the quarterback, and it's like, no, just cut in and get the quarterback, dude. You have it. You know what I mean?
Well, that's the thing.
It seems like
it's going to take some time for him.
Blocker, like he's.
I can't believe Bank of America with that damn commercial.
He's seeking to engage the blocker instead of just getting to the quarterback when the blocker don't want to engage him.
Now, one thing I noticed with him is arms are long.
Bank of America ought to be
very long, like Cameron Wake. And one thing he does not do yet, he is not violent yet, and he doesn't know the moves that Jalen Phillips know and Chubb know. Chubb did a move, an inside move.
He's only a second-year guy. Getting brought back up in the practice squad. We signed him, and we don't even see Tyndall. I mean, the guy's been on special teams all year. Good has, and I've been saying, hey, if anybody's going to get in before anybody, it's him. Especially now that Phillips
got some new wings.
Especially now that Phillips is down, because he's been on special teams. He's taken a large majority of snaps on special teams all year.
Yeah.
So it was good.
And that's where he's gonna have to cut his teeth. And I'm telling you right now,
he did have some good stuff today too on occasion. So
he helped.
Anybody going to the game? Anybody going to the game next week on Christmas?
I will be crypto, and honestly, Sharif, considering we shut them out, Cameron Good was definitely not a liability today.
I'm telling you right now, it was a couple of plays. The edge was set well, and it was set only by one guy on that side.
That's one of the things I saw with his college footage.
Like I said, he has long arms.
I'm so glad Tony Romo didn't do this freaking game with the Bills and all the slob knobbering he does with Allen.
One thing he did was he pumped up Tua. Tua can do all sorts of good things. And Tua is leading. And the Jets could make a move here. Oh, but let's go back to talking about Tua because the Jets suck. It's like,
But Cameron Good does also have the ability to blow up an offensive line and get in the back.
I tell you, boy, the thing about Tony, right? It's like, I don't know, like they want his brain. They don't really even need him physically there. It's like it's his brain. It's his brain. Because I'm telling you right now, it's some things he knows after the snap.
And why CeeDee Lamb in the game at this point?
He's
Looks like
impeccable at that. I'm not gonna lie. It's like some things that he knows after snap. He knows.
Go ahead,
he knew.
Mike McCarthy. Go ahead and get him out of there. Go ahead and what you call it.
Listen, I'm gonna tell you right now, McCarthy. I don't know if he knows any of. You got to look up McCarthy versus McDaniel or versus Shanahan, because we're gonna have to see how McCarthy is gonna come out of this coming week.
Well, Shanahan run the offense a little different from the way Mike is doing his.
But I'm telling you right now, the cornerbacks of Dallas. I got to see the injuries for Dallas. Probably would a factor in this game right here.
Yeah, they'll
injuries
beat them more
factored
after
in.
this game.
Yeah. Well, we can't cry about them. We have some injuries too. We have some diamonds in the rough, though. Do they? Jets? The question was, do Jets have diamonds in the rough?
Well, this part of the year, it's
different
always been about
offensive
the
line.
depth. That's why I always say the 53-man
different
roster.
offensive line for the Jets. They need diamonds in the rough. Did they show up today? No. My point is this: everybody is banged up. The Dolphins have 9 offensive linemen. We're
Like that
capable
play
of
that
running
just
our
happened
offense.
with Dak Prescott. That was nothing the Bills' defense did. That was Dak just throwing to the wrong spot of the field, or the
We
wide
just
receiver
need to
being
be
wrong
capable of
spot.
running our own. That's all we need to do. We don't need Pro Bowlers at 5 center and left tackle and left guard. We need to be capable of moving the
Bills
ball.
have 200 plus rushing yards and 85 passing.
And they won't have that against us. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, KK Michael or whatever you mean. Johnny, whoever the Bills fans are.
No, but I bet you we'll have that kind of rush yardage against them.
Well, we don't need that. That's the thing. I think what we're gonna do is.
I mean, we don't need that. The Bills are beating them 31 to freaking 3 right now.
Yeah, we're gonna need some offense against them.
If the Bills are beating them 31 to 3 because they got 225 yards rushing, then I want 225 yards rushing.
Right. If it's gonna be a kind of a margin.
You know, we're afraid to
if
talk
it creates
about.
a 4
We're
touchdown
afraid to
spread
talk
over
about
10
Chubb
team,
smelling
I'll
Allen.
take it.
What if Chubb smells Allen under Allen's armpit by second?
We're gonna need
that
that 200-yard rush, and I'll take 200 rush.
We need Chubb to smell on the armpits of Josh Allen by the first quarter. How about that? We're afraid to say this Dolphins defense will dominate the Bills when they come down here and hit Allen several times. We're afraid to say that. We need to say what Tyreek would do or Achan.
I think
Don't be afraid of your team color.
First time they played us.
That's all I'm saying.
I ain't afraid of my team.
Nobody's afraid. He just
I'm the one
gotta be
afraid
more
of success in this fan base. Everybody else is afraid of success. Oh, let's not talk about what we're gonna get because we have to beat the team. Yeah,
that's a funny voice, color.
I think we're gonna.
Color, if you say that voice again, you get me to give you money.
Maybe I'm
being
maybe I'm being unfair. I mean, I can't expect everybody to know what it's like when they talk about, act like you've been there before. Well, I am acting like I've been there before. This is how I acted the last time we were in this position in 1990 something. You know what I mean? So, yeah.
Well, 2020 technically. Well, actually,
right now,
2020. Actually.
Arizona ain't the same team. Yes, they might have
never get a chance to talk about your team having these high probabilities and being close to the top seed and all that. You may never get a chance to have these discussions again.
Yeah.
Stop trying to avoid it and be afraid of it. You know what I mean?
Right. We can very well. Let me tell you. I think Chubb.
I'm not trying to
Chubb
be a dick.
is gonna hit the shit out of Allen. I think he wants.
No, I'm beyond the regular season now. I don't want to be the Dallas Cowboys or the AFC.
I think what happened. Did we get beat? Did we get beat by 2 scores by Buffalo? Didn't we get beat?
Though, Crypto, I think
we got beat by 2 scores by Buffalo, right?
On a Cardinals
I think Seiler and Chubb wants him for a teddy bear. I really truly believe we're gonna hit him so hard because look at it. The defense needs to say, "You're not gonna do this anymore against us."
When they were making a run with Murray.
I think we're gonna fumble him a couple of times because he's gonna try to man up and run out of the pocket, and I think Wilkins and Seiler are gonna hit the shit out of him. My thing is this. I think the defense needs to
fire up a damn channel, Sharif. I don't know
we'll
why
be playing them in the desert.
You got a lot of energy.
I think we're going on the road.
That's a bad
because
I'll be playing.
It's only one team on this schedule. There's only one team on the schedule that I want.
You can fire up the recorder and talk for an hour, bro, and just upload a video once a day, bro.
Listen,
and nobody will interrupt you, and you're not talking over anybody else because it's your recording. You know what I mean?
I just think there's right now, we got to shut Buffalo up.
You're the one that's afraid of success.
No, I think the defense can do everything for us against Buffalo.
YouTube instructionals, get it done, Sharif. Fire up a channel, man. What's it going to be called? You want us to come up? You want us to help get the audience to help?
Madden Coast to Coast.
We'll get the audience involved. We'll help Sharif create a name for his
Madden
channel.
Coast to Coast.
We're gonna go in the blocking scheme.
You would have been better off than saying Tecmo Bowl.
You could call it Fin to Fin AM.
Listen, man. I hate Buffalo, and right now I want to beat Buffalo, man.
Dolphins and
I love.
Well,
I think
you're gonna have to wait till the last game of the season to get that.
I think we love playing in Baltimore. I think we love playing in Baltimore. I don't think Baltimore is a problem. In fact, we're gonna have Crypto down there, so Crypto is gonna be the omen we need. He's going to that game. We're
K
fine.
To K AM, like CAY, like he, like K to K AM. Since you're out in the Bahamas,
They're coming down to the Dolphins Stadium, the Cowboys, where we, as a crowd, the 12 man,
busted Allen right in the mouth. You see that?
Wilson couldn't even hear the count.
Hey, they got 10 points.
I'm telling you right now, the way this defense is playing, man. Chubb, he hit the shit out of Wilson. They didn't throw a flag on that play where Chubb hit the shit out of Wilson. Like, he hit the dog shit out of him.
Where'd you go, Cap? Oh, there he is. Got EM in the chat. What's up, EM? How'd you like that win, buddy? I think we are poised with some good teams in front of us to just see where the chips fall, man. 3 games. 3 tough outs.
Excuse me, guys, if I have hate for Buffalo.
Let's see what we got. Jets are out of the way. All the bad teams are out of the way.
They were not a threat.
Some wins, 1 loss.
And they left no questions answered. No questions unanswered. Just what we asked for. Just wipe them out. Come with a complete win, and that's what they did. We have to clap because they did what we asked.
Season starts today, and we got to go 3-0. Should be pretty easy.
Now, the question is, Color, when do you bring Tyreek back? If you think we can win without him, then be lenient, right?
If Baltimore loses tonight,
when you get in trouble.
That changes the scenario, doesn't it?
I have no idea, Lewis. That's why I encouraged him to start a channel, because I would like to listen to it and then, rewind it and play it a couple times just so I could really understand what he's saying. I have no clue.
If Baltimore loses,
it's all over the place.
Did nothing for my fantasy.
Changes the
179 yards. It still didn't give me enough points to win the game. That's got to be a first.
Lewis is one of these guys who questions to
fantasy guy gets almost 200 yards of total offense.
3 touchdowns. That's all they need. 3 touchdowns, 2 onside kicks. They got it.
Listen, whenever I come up on a panel, I'm never gonna question Tua, okay? Not because I'm a Tua nair or I'm not. It's because I have other things about the team that is growing that I need to talk about instead of just talking negative. So when I listen to Lewis, I listen to Lewis talk about how Tua can't do things when they do this and when they do that.
Their most
Tua
rushing yards
and
since
how
week 16 in 2016 against us.
who is that
Wow.
Crypto?
No, the 2016 was the most rushing yards they had as an offense.
Who? What are you talking about? Buffalo?
Buffalo, yeah, that week in 2016.
How much times have we broken our own season records this
They're
year?
getting like 9 yards a carry, even when they know they got to run the ball.
They've just breaking the first one for the season. Like we don't even talk about how much times we've broken our own franchise records with players every week. Every week it seems. Like we're just coasting and we're not cocky, we're just normal fans. But we should be more cocky. Because this is a season that will never probably happen again unless Tyreek and Achan breaks it or Waddle breaks it again. That they have to break their own damn records now. This is the whole shit. So this is an unforgettable one, no matter how you slice it. I don't think Mostert would ever do 19 again because 18 is gonna get more carries next year. I'm sorry, Mostert. I know you listen to this channel. You know it's a business.
I think there's one record no team's ever going to break. It's an undefeated season. No one's going to go undefeated. There's too many games to go undefeated.
What's up, Notorious JG?
Well, I can tell you right
Crypto,
now.
you're blending. You're blending again, Crypto.
Yeah, Crypto, you're breaking up. Maybe you should go out and come back. I'm telling you right now, if the Dolphins come back with Connor Williams and for Jalen Phillips, and we bring back X next year, and somehow we franchise with Wilkins and Siler comes back, there's a chance the Dolphins can go undefeated. Because we would have won the Super Bowl and we would have, of course, never lose at home in the 2 playoff games, getting home field and playing Vegas and win. We're coming out next year with blood in our eyes. I think there is a chance the Dolphins could go 17-0 because think of it.
I love how when you're so it's like all you have to come back with is self-deprecation. It's hilarious. Ronald Perry, a Jets fan, says everybody knows the Jets suck ass. That ain't nothing to brag about.
Yeah, but the Dolphins fans needed what they gave us today.
Ronald, here's the key. That we as Dolphin fans is important to us, and that everybody else doesn't quite understand. We know you suck ass. We already knew that. But your defense doesn't until today.
Hey man, listen, the Jets, as much as we want to shit all over them, they beat the shit out of Houston last week, and Houston was trending upwards, and that was with CJ Stroud, who was one of the best rookie quarterbacks I've seen in my lifetime, and I don't use hyperbole like that often, Color, you know that. So I mean, we'll take the win where we get it, and this was an undermanned Dolphin team. They didn't have 4 or 5 starting offensive line. They didn't have Tyreek. So you know, we'll take the win where we can get it. And I wanted to bring up a point too, like I was thinking of. Okay, and whoever said 17, no, the team will never go unbeaten again. I think the closest we ever came was the Patriots in 2007. I don't think we'll ever get that close again. And another point I want to bring up, Dallas. I'm feeling real confident next week because Dallas is woefully inept on the road. Woefully inept. I know the 2 wins they have were over the Panthers and the Chargers, 2 of the worst teams in the league. They got beat by the Joshua Dobbs-led Cardinals on the road. I mean, this team is not good. They're a different team at home than they are on the road. And they're coming into Miami next week. So it's a different ballgame, fellas. I'm a lot more confident now. And I've said, Color, you can vouch for this. I said, as long as Miami goes 2-1 down the stretch, Baltimore's got a monstrous ball coming up the next 2 weeks. They got Jacksonville tonight. They got the 49ers next week. It's a different ballgame, and they needed to win today, and they did what they had to do. So, hey, the Jets may suck ass. They may be shitty, but we needed that win. We needed a rebound, and they did.
Yeah. How long will it take Williams to recover? I mean, will it be past next
He's a
season?
torn ACL for one. In my health, experience, it takes about 9 months, and then it takes another year to be yourself. So
So
if
it's
he
going
would
to be
come back
past
and
next season.
basically
Is that what you
18 months, 18 months
Yeah, it's
before he
only
can
12
be
months a year.
himself. Yeah, that's ACL.
And
Now,
so
Adrian
he'll
Peterson was able to come back in 8 months and then start for Minnesota Vikings, but it's Adrian Peterson.
Yeah. Yeah, you got to figure out when next season starts. I mean, that's count the
So if he
months.
snaps a football in 12 months, he will only be himself after about 18 months. That means he'll have to work through some scar tissue
Did he
pain
ever
and
sign a
whatnot.
new extension with us? I know he wanted a new
No,
contract, but
he's a
did he
free.
get
He'll
done
be
with it, or
going
did he
into
end up
free
getting hurt with
agency
no
healing.
contract?
He's going in.
Yeah,
He's going in free agents.
he's going into free agents. That's where he could take a 5.5 or
That's a shame,
maybe a
man.
$7.5 million deal for 2 years from us. He
Well,
can take that kind of deal. We'll allow him to heal, and then he'll get his money when he gets at full health in the second year.
Well, here's the thing about Williams. Okay, Williams is a pretty loyal guy by nature. He's not driven by the almighty dollar, and now that he's hurt, like you said, he will probably take the lesser dollar to get. I wouldn't be surprised if he takes the less dollars to get the longer contract. And if he gets another 2 or 3 year deal,
right,
he will not forget it was Miami, which you guys can remember. His value was not high when he left Dallas. It wasn't. His value was pretty low, even though a lot of you were here can vouch. He was much better than I think his reputation spoke. Miami took a flyer on him. They took a chance on him, and he'll remember that. Now that he's hurt, I said I wouldn't be surprised if he says, "Here, I'll take less money. Give me a 3-year deal."
Now the premium is about $10 to $8 million. That's what all the guys are making above that. So he'll be making if he gets top 15 contract. That's because he's proving now he's in a prove it type of deal again. So if he gets like 8.5 around that for 2 years, he's lucky. And the
Do you think he
Dolphins can
takes
probably do that.
6.5 or 7?
I don't think he takes that low because from what he's capable of doing when healthy, he's a freaking Pro Bowler, dude. So like we can allow him to heal, and in 18 months he will give us what he's normally giving us. That'll be in his second year of the deal. But
the big
he'd
thing about
have
him
to be willing to.
He moved from guard to center, and that's not an easy transition. People don't realize how hard it is to move around the offensive line, especially going to center, where you basically become the quarterback of the offensive line.
And I can tell you right now, the way things are working out, Jalen Phillips is going to get the same type of deal with Austin Jackson gets, which is Austin Jackson is only hitting us against the cap for $3 million next year, and after that, we've already fronted him almost $9 million. He's only getting $1.88 million in the second year of his deal, meaning Tua would be paid, and we'd have all types of cap space taken care of for younger players already, and Styler included. And so when we talk about money to have to pay Robert Hunts of the world or Jalen Phillips of the world, Jalen Phillips is going to have to pay a prove it. Connor Williams is going to have to pay a prove it. So bringing Tua in now to this scenario, I think Tua is going to have to look at this scenario and say he's going to need some cap room for help. So he's going to have to give us a deal where he can still have some cap room to get him help. I don't know. I'm not trying to make everyone go crazy, but we see that Jalen Phillips will give us a friendly deal. He have to. Connor will have to give us a friendly deal. We see that even Ramsey would have to give us a friendly deal. He already
that's
did.
a lot of friendly
Took a
deals,
good
Sharif.
pay cut. Ramsey took a huge pay cut. If everyone don't know, if you look at Austin Jackson's new deal, his deal was a pay cut in the first 2 years of his deal. So in the third year, he was making all of his money. So this is what Chris Greer kind of does, and shout out to him. But if you have to know the Dolphins, you need to know the whole freaking team, guys. Just don't know. Oh, he scored, Tyreek, and don't know the cap money and what Tua can do if he affects.
Hey, JP, I wanted to ask JP a question. I know JP's up here. It's good to see you. Hey, what's the number? Is it 160 or 162? What's the number?
162.
Okay, all right. Just checking in. I'm just checking, make sure. I thought maybe it went down a couple of games. Okay, we're still at 162.
Still at
All right,
162, bud. Hey, good to chat with you. How you been?
all right.
Good.
Pretty good.
What are you talking about, Tyreek?
We got to make sure that number stays at 162, man.
It's got to stay at 162. Can't adjust what's already there, man.
What are you talking about? 160, Tyreek?
Right.
No, we're talking something else. We're talking something else. We're talking completely different ballpark.
Right.
Well,
Yep.
CCRR. We're not talking complete discounts, but some of these guys might take a little bit less. I mean, we're not talking league minimum here, but some of these guys might take a little bit less. I mean,
You think JP is going to go there demanding? Would Chris? Okay, you think JP is in the same position as Christian Wilkins right now? No. JP is going to come and he's going to be peaceful and he's going to take a deal where the Dolphins are not going to undermine him. And he's probably going to get top 15. Right now, Austin Jackson is getting top 16 lineman money. Right now, Connor Williams will be getting top 15 center money because he'll be in a prover deal. This is the kind of deals that will be friendly to the Dolphins and bringing Tua in 2 years from now.
Oh,
That's
crypto. Sorry, but
kind of how it is.
Crypto.
Yeah.
Your Cubs are talking Yamamoto 300 million.
Oh my God, that's the number now. 300.
300
Holy
million.
shit.
300 million for Yamamoto. The Cubs are in the mix. It's crazy for a guy who's never thrown a pitch. Sorry to talk.
I know. I know.
I think Ramsey want to play with X again too.
God.
Because Ramsey took a freaking cut. Ramsey took a heavy cut. I think him and X. I think him and X are gonna play.
No, Ramsey's got his money.
You guys see Ramsey playing corner and freaking safety too.
It wouldn't surprise me.
Yeah. He's done it before, Cap.
See,
I'm not surprised. Playing safety at one point.
You take these cuts to repeat. If you repeat, it's a great move. If you get knocked off after you win this Super Bowl and you get knocked off next year, we have to do what the Rams did, basically in New Orleans. And it'll be a fun ride. But we'll be able to keep some of the core. We will be able to keep some of the core. And it's a beautiful thing that Greer is figuring that out years before that.
And Sharif, you're right. We will keep some of the core, and we got to be honest with ourselves. We are going to lose some of these guys. Some of these guys are not going to be with us forever. I mean, we're going to lose. True. We're going to lose some of these guys. Some of these guys are going to go away, and we got to brace ourselves.
Yeah.
I mean, I think Hill's only around for a couple more years, and I think he's going to retire. That's probability. I think he's made noise about that this is his last contract. And that's where I think Jalen Waddle, every game that he progresses, that's great because, he's the heir apparent. I think Hill was brought in to mentor Hill to become, Waddle to become that guy.
Good news is he also trolled that he was trolling. He said he lied about the 2 years left. Okay. He said he's trolling.
And you're right. You're right. None of us know what goes on in these guys' heads. I mean, he could be bullshitting us all or trolling us, but for factuals, we all
got to prepare for it.
Some of these guys, I think that X is probably on his last legs, and I think there's some of these guys that they're going to leave, but we got to have the next man up mentality like Baltimore did. As much as I hate to give them their due, like New England did, we got to have next man up mentality.
Yep.
Yeah.
Like I said,
always be preparing for the unthinkable.
Every team needs to find diamonds in the rough. Right now, Arizona still has Buda Baker. Why is Buda Baker playing well? Is it because Kyler Murray is playing well? Kyler Murray is making everyone else play better right now, and they're playing well against San Francisco. My point is, you need some guys to spark others. Good players. Everyone makes money in the NFL. So, it is what it is.
Well, yeah.
So how do you guys think the secondary played minus all the injuries? I mean,
I think
the pass rush was there, or do you guys
tackling?
think
at least 4 big hits on guys.
No, the core guys were intact.
We're getting anyone noticing more big hits on our guy? Like we're getting
the linebackers. Yeah, the linebackers is doing more perimeter stuff, bro, and they're getting
Anyone
to
try to
the
dump off any little shit to us, like we're blasting you in the backfield, and that can cause injuries, guys. This is what is just causing most of our injuries in the cornerback and safeties, either by friendly fire. I mentioned this earlier, or you're missing the guy and you're blasting the hell out of your teammate. But we're very much there for the tackle. We're in position to launch at these guys, which is good. But
talking
also,
about freelancing and running into guys. Brandon Jones, I mean, you played pretty good today for the most part, no?
yep,
Yeah.
Eli Apple nearly ran into his knee because he jumped up for the end. Almost friendly fire again.
The biggest thing I want to say about our secondary and our defense as a whole, we all can agree Zach Wilson's garbage and Trevor Siemian isn't much better, but they made Breece Hall persona non grata and they kept Garrett Wilson out of the ball game as well. And we all could agree those two are really good ball players. They kept them out of the game, and that to me was the most impressive thing.
JP, that front four, bro, they showed up, bro.
They showed up,
man.
This was the best defensive game Vic Fangio's had.
They said a stat. He blitzes less than 8% in the league. He less than 8% Fangio blitzes, but he hits the quarterback the most. No team in the NFL hits the quarterback the most hits and pressures. But I'm like with front four, just with your front four, bro.
Hey, Lewis, Sharif said he want to teach us a little bit about the game of football, Lewis. He's got a lot to talk about.
Lewis gets the casual fan of the year, man. You know. See,
oh God.
I could broke down something, Color and I could broke down something on our pinky fingers, and Lewis would get lost and bored. But we're breaking down Dolphin things that fans need and want to understand and want to know. So what we do? What do we do?
Out and, listen.
Okay.
Yeah, we do what Jalen Rose said to do.
Say that Lewis was the casual fan of the year.
Oh God,
we do what Jalen Rose says to do, which is give the people what they want, and what the people want is breaking down things.
Wow.
I mean, I literally as soon as I heard that, I'm like, oh shit! It was like an autonomic reaction.
Sharif, I like you're becoming a dude I enjoy the takes of, but you know when Lewis hears that, he's gonna come up here and he's gonna hand you your ass.
But see, that's what I love about Lewis, because other fans will get offended and start calling names of Color or Crypto or myself, and it's not about that.
Hey, Lewis,
it's about disagreeing and clicking the link. Some people like to stay in the comments, but you can click that link if you disagree with Color. If you disagree with me, you could oppose us. Just do it in a sensible way without disrespecting us.
Hey, Joe Risk brings up a good point in the
casual fan of the year. My goodness, that's quite the statement, Sharif.
Come up here, Lewis, and come at me. I'm 40.
That's kind of
wow, he's like, come at me, bro. Come at me,
then he used the Oklahoma State who was that the coach for college football. I'm a man. I'm 40 statement.
Come at me.
That was years ago.
Man.
Yeah, I'm a man. I'm 40.
Sharif, you're the one that was all behind the Cesar Ruiz stuff back in the day, right?
No,
JP, no. So the one thing I wanted to point out was that we have what, 4 injured linemen, right? So if we have 4 injured linemen, right? Yeah. Let's say we get Robert Hunt, right? Yeah. Let's say we don't get Austin Jackson. Let's say we get Armstead, right? You know what that means?
This is classic. I need to open up a follow.
That means we get
it's gonna be
No, quickly. We get Panay Sewell, Tristan Wirfs, and Cesar Ruiz. That means your center position, you don't need Connor. And with your guard position, you're straight. You have Cesar. And you also have Panay and you have Tristan. So even if you got Armstead, or even if you got Hunt, or even if you got Eichenberg, my point is, when we were in this war room 4 years ago, Crypto, you were in there. EM was in there. TD was in there. Reason was in there. We wanted to replace our Laramie Tunsil. When they picked Austin Jackson, I gave up on everything because I knew what you're supposed to replace if you're going to let Fitzmagic or Rosen or this Tua guy And now we're guessing how we're gonna replace Connor, and we're guessing how we're gonna replace Armstead because he's broken down.
I've been around about 2 years, though, and the reason I brought that up is you've never backed down. That's the thing, is that some people sit there. I didn't say that. I didn't say. At least you stick by your laurels, and if you'll sit there and back up what you say. There's a lot of people in amongst our community that'll say, I didn't say that. You'll at least stand behind what you say, and that's one thing I've always respected about you. You'll stand behind your word, and I know when Lewis gets up here and swings at you, yeah, I said it. Yeah, I said it. So that's what I always thought was cool about you.
Yeah, that's what it's all about.
Hey, so Sharif and Color, what'd you think about that play action pass from Tua to Waddle?
We need 2. Or 1 with a Buffalo loss. One or the other, whichever comes first.
What was that? What you said?
Finn's Fanatic 305 asks, how many games do we need to lock the division? We need 12 wins or 11 wins if Buffalo loses 1. So 1 win if Buffalo loses, 2 wins if they don't.
Who does Buffalo play next?
The Chargers, the Patriots, and us.
The Chargers, the Patriots, and us?
Yep.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Like, if you ask me, right, what other team puts fair in
if we both win the next 2, the game on week 8 in week 18 means nothing.
Right. Yeah. And everybody who wanted everybody to sit down or start their players, that's when that discussion happened.
Other than the fact that if Buffalo doesn't beat us, they won't make the playoffs. So when I say the game week 18 will mean nothing, I say that for us, not for them. Because if they don't beat us, they don't make the playoffs. It doesn't matter what the scenario is. If Buffalo
the thing is, right,
Miami, they do not make the playoffs.
The incentive to beat Buffalo badly
we hold their
is
playoff ticket in our hands.
But let's say, right, to get
even
the
if we
first
lose
seed,
all of our games, other than that one, we still hold Buffalo's playoff ticket in our hands.
Yes, we do. But what if you get the first seed? You still get the bye you wanted.
Well, why
rest guys for 3 consecutive weeks?
Listen to what I'm saying. It does not matter what we do, what we attain. If Buffalo does not beat us, seeding, they do not make the playoffs in any scenario.
Yeah, for them, but it'll mean something to us for seeding. Hopefully.
But I'm telling you right now, it doesn't make sense for Dolphins to rest anyone week 18 and then have a bye week 19 and week 20.
Nothing for us. It will still mean something to them because they have to beat us to get into the playoffs, no matter the scenario.
That would be too long of a rest if we rest against Buffalo.
No. They can still make the playoffs without winning the division.
There's like one where they don't have to beat us.
Yeah, where they would end up being the 6th seed and we be the 4th seed. That's the only scenario. With the tiebreakers with the other teams.
That's precisely what I just said, Crypto. If we have the top seed locked going into that game, they have to win to make the playoffs.
I'm telling you, Baltimore is in trouble.
No. I'm saying
San Fran.
What I'm saying is, if they lose to us and end up 10-7, they can make it as the 6th seed because we've won the division already.
Yeah, in like very few scenarios, and that's dependent upon the Bengals the Bengals losing. Let's see a couple others.
Well, not the Bengals no more. I think they need more like Jacksonville to lose or the team that
the Browns.
One of them.
Again,
they not win the division. If Jacksonville win the division, then they give Buffalo a chance because it's not a tiebreaker scenario for them.
Right.
They need Jacksonville to lose the division.
I mean, if y'all are willing to just have some fun, we can play with this freaking machine real quick.
Break it out, bro. Break it out.
I think one of the scenarios.
If you think we're going to lose next week, say it. No problem.
Jacksonville losing the division forces them into a tiebreaker situation with them.
When is that game? 1 o'clock?
They need all the teams that they lose tiebreakers to win their division.
Is the game 1:00 crypto next week at home?
No, 4
It's like a
o'clock.
bunch of 1:00
4
games.
o'clock?
Our game is 4
Ah,
o'clock.
I want the hot sun. I want the hot sun on Dallas.
Okay,
It's gonna
so
be
the only game left, AFC wise, is we'll have the Eagles beating the Seahawks. The Jags and the Ravens. Who do you got tonight?
Probably the
And
Ravens.
I don't want real drawn out answers as to why. I just want to know who you guys got. Let's take a quick vote.
I'm going to say
Baltimore
Ravens.
against who? Who's Baltimore playing?
Ravens and Jags. Ravens at Jaguars.
Listen, Trevor Lawrence is healthy with that ankle. I'm going with Jacksonville.
Okay. Hooked up, Joe.
He's not on.
Yeah, I'm thinking the Ravens are the stronger looking team still.
Okay, Alexander, Ravens or Jags?
I think Jags are going to win 10-7.
So what are we at? 2-2?
2-1.
Cap for life, Ravens or Jags?
Cap for life.
Ravens. Sorry, Ravens.
So
2-2 now.
3-2. Crypto Ravens. Well, I'll let Crypto be the tiebreaker. You want to be the tiebreaker, or you want this vote?
No, that's fine. I don't matter.
We'll let you be the final the supreme say. Okay, so I picked the Jags. So it's tied. Who do you got, Crypto?
The Ravens.
Okay, so we got the Ravens. So that keeps them in the top seed. Now that doesn't give them many other chances to lose other than to us. Let's see here. So we won't even deal with this. Rams over
Broncos against the Chiefs.
Okay, well, first things first. Bengals, Steelers.
Who won that game?
Just answer
something. I'm going to go with Steelers. God, it's hard for me to believe that Tomlinson will be having a losing record.
Steelers.
Man, he dropped it. Oh, man. Guys. Yeah, I'm going to go Steelers. Ooh, it's going to be a close one, though.
Sharif?
Steelers.
Okay, hooked up?
Steelers.
Okay, Alexander?
Steelers.
Okay, so it don't matter what you and I say, Cap. It'll be the Steelers.
Yeah, it don't matter, yeah.
All right. Jaguars and Buccaneers.
Jaguars.
Jags.
I think the Buccaneers got a big win over Houston. But
I don't want to discuss it, Sharif. That's going to take all night, bro.
Yeah. Who do you think just between those two teams?
Jags and Buccaneers.
Who's at home?
Yeah, I think they're at home.
I'll say
the Bucs at home.
Jags at Buccaneers.
It's both Florida anyway. Let's say Jags.
I say Tampa Bay.
Yeah.
So 2-2 Tampa Bay?
No, sir. It's
hasn't
3-1 Tampa Bay.
Teams are playing Florida because Tampa could be going for their own division aspirations, too.
Jags.
I got Jags.
Buffalo in the 7th seed. Just by that alone. Chargers, Buffalo, obviously. Unless you're talking about the Chargers deciding to pull the Broncos on everybody and get up to play spoiler for their new interim.
Or pull the Raiders. Try to impress their new coach.
I don't know. They don't have the quarterback to do that, bro.
Who's the back? Isn't
they don't have they got an interim coach.
Who's the backup quarterback?
Stick.
Stidham or whatever.
Ethan Stick.
Stidham.
Anyway,
God, yeah. Buffalo's going to win
into the
that
7th seed. Arizona.
It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. That one's over. That game is over.
Browns at Texans.
Yikes.
I'm going. Boy, if Nico Collins is out, I'm going with Browns.
I go on Browns, yeah.
Yeah, I was thinking Browns.
Nico is out?
Yep, he is out.
So I'll take Browns. So that's 4 for Browns.
Yeah, I'll go Browns for that one.
Okay.
The quarterback is out.
Jets in Washington don't matter, but let's say Aaron Rodgers decides to get his ass off the couch. Jets.
No, he won't.
I'll go Jets just for the hell of it.
Yeah, why not? It really don't affect nothing. So
right, it don't even affect nothing.
Patriots at
he'll
Broncos.
get a moral victory.
Patriots at Broncos.
Right now, it's trying to get that kid
Patriots at the
Wilson,
Broncos.
Caleb
Belichick
Williams.
does it despite
Belichick is
that coach.
tanking. Belichick is tanking. I guarantee you
He
that.
is. He looked like he was tanking today, but he tried his best to play spoiler today. But I'll go with the upset with the Patriots.
Belichick is making room for his new Tom Brady.
I know it's not going to happen, but
Just pick one, Sharif. Just pick one.
Pick one, Sharif.
I don't
Which
really
one?
care about this game, bro. Just pick a winner.
The winner
Patriots,
of
Broncos.
Broncos.
Okay. All right,
Let's
guys.
go.
So what are we going? No, I said the Patriots.
Right. We got one Patriots, one Broncos.
Right.
Broncos.
Yeah, that should be the difference. But
Russell Wilson is still there, man. And they got that kid. I love that kid, Sutton. Sutton is a beautiful
yourself, dude.
Yeah. I'm done.
Alexander.
Alex is sleeping.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Patriots at Broncos.
What? I bet. Oh shoot, Broncos.
Okay.
Cap for life. Patriots at Broncos.
Broncos.
Okay, we got Broncos. Good.
Broncos win.
Seattle, Tennessee. I mean,
Seattle.
Tennessee, but not really. Let's see where they at. No, they're at 5-9. I'm gonna go Seattle on that one. Raiders and Chiefs.
Boy.
Raiders are still 6-8. Only Denver's 7-7. Kansas City's 9-5.
Raiders scored points on them. I don't know.
Not on the Chiefs.
We have already gotten the loss that the Chiefs. To me, I don't care. Like Chiefs, I don't care because we already got the loss that Chiefs needed. We already
bro, just pick a team.
Chiefs. Like for me, we already got them to do what they needed to do. We needed them to lose. They lost.
Stop.
Color Chiefs.
I would have lied to myself and give them a loss.
Guys, here is not to analyze every one of these games. It's just to pick winners.
Color, you like that one though? I would have lied to myself to try to give them a loss in this game.
We're all going Chiefs.
We'll get it, dude.
It's anonymous.
Yeah.
Okay. Eagles beat the Giants. That gives them the top seed temporarily. Colts and Falcons. Colts. After the Falcons lost to the Panthers, I'm not even giving you guys a vote. Colts are going to win that one.
Colts, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, goodness. The unthinkable happens.
No, Green Bay is struggling.
Now, matchup for next week. We got Ravens and Niners at San Francisco.
Niners.
I'll be the odd man out. I'll go Ravens.
They're gonna lose 3 straight.
I'll go Niners. So we got Niners. Now Dallas at Miami.
Miami.
Dallas look like crap. Miami.
I'll take Miami.
Just take Miami, color.
One more for Miami.
I picked us to go 11-6, and that's our 11th win.
Okay.
So we're spot on with my prediction.
So we all got Miami. Now, week 17. Jets at Browns. LA beats the Giants. Detroit beats the Cowboys. Well, maybe not. After they might really be reeling by then. Dallas wins at home. Cardinals and Eagles. Eagles win that one. Saints and Buccaneers.
Cardinals are spicy.
49ers beat the Commanders.
I'll say the Saints gonna win the division in that game.
Okay, fine. We'll switch it back to the Saints. That puts them in the top seed, so they haven't won their division yet.
Right.
Patriots at Buffalo. Does Belichick play spoiler, and does he have the ability to pull it off?
Not at this stage of the game.
Patriots knocks them out.
Both teams is focused in the other direction.
Color. Patriots knocks them out.
No, it's not
Get on
happening,
them,
bro.
Color. Get on them.
No, I want to be as
I hate to
objective
be the
as
bear
possible.
bad news.
So, okay, who are the 4 Buffalo votes? I'll go Buffalo.
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 All right, we got Buffalo there. All right. Bears.
We
That's
might
how
get
bad the Patriots is. That's how bad the Patriots is. Like, we don't even subconsciously trust them.
Steelers at Seahawks.
Kind of feels good though.
Oh, the Steelers might win that one. That will be the game that put Tomlin over. Yes, I'll go Steelers in that one. That's the game that puts him over.
All right, we'll go Steelers. That puts them in the 7th seed temporarily. So Bengals.
They don't have a
Chiefs.
running game at all.
Here we go. Bengals at Chiefs. Can Browning orchestrate enough offense to keep up?
When is Burrow coming back?
Chiefs against the Chiefs
defense will stop him.
So
that might be the game that the
Crypto,
Bengals
Bengals or Chiefs?
Oh, Chiefs.
Chiefs.
Sharif, Bengals or Chiefs?
Chiefs.
Everybody Chiefs?
I say Bengals, man.
Okay, so 1 dissent for Bengals.
Chiefs.
Alexander?
Chiefs.
Okay, we got Chiefs. Chargers at Broncos. Broncos win that one. I don't really see the Chargers winning another game, to be honest with you.
Yeah,
the Broncos just jump ahead.
Fully checked out.
But the Broncos just jump ahead of someone.
That's a team that's fully checked out. The Chargers are done. They're looking for a new coach as we speak. They're done.
The Broncos jumped ahead of Pittsburgh.
Right.
Yeah.
Carolina at Jacksonville. Jacksonville needs all they can to recover against a bad team like that at home.
Jacksonville is out the playoffs.
Tennessee.
Temporarily,
Tennessee at Houston. Rematch of today.
I say Houston
Collins. No. The way that quarterback is playing.
I think Houston wins.
1 for Houston. Sharif, Houston or Tennessee?
Tennessee.
Hooked up Joe.
Tennessee.
Alexander.
They look terrible. Houston looks terrible.
Cap for life.
I heard Tennessee might come back.
My bad.
Tennessee.
Sorry, what was the
Yeah, they did look terrible. Even who do you think, Alexander?
We had a tiebreaker. Who'd we lose?
I had
That's okay, Alexander.
I was doing stuff with my daughter real quick. I apologize.
No problem. Cap for life. You said Tennessee?
Yeah.
All right, so Tennessee pulls that out. And then we got Packers and Vikings don't matter. Who did we leave out? Okay, so
that might be for the
Dallas. Miami at Baltimore.
Dolphins.
Miami.
Now remember, we can just do what we want to do. We can be Pollyannish if you want, because this exercise was to see what happens to Buffalo anyway, against the other teams. So it doesn't really matter. Okay, so also us beating Baltimore.
Us winning or losing do matter though. Don't it? It still matters if we win, because we might help them if we win.
Well, actually, we would help Cleveland, because watch what happens. We beat Baltimore, right? Watch this. Look where Cleveland goes, winning their division, the North.
Well, they'd be in the lead before the last game.
Right, they'd be in. Right, of course. Winning meaning actively winning. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Then the last game week, yeah.
We drop to the 3rd seed if we lose to Baltimore.
Right. See where that's at? Baltimore beating us pushes Buffalo all the way to 6th seed. So we can still win the division.
No, Buffalo's been at the 6th seed, bro.
6, no matter what.
Buffalo's been at the 6th seed for since week 16.
So basically, if we win,
right.
Oh,
but we can be the 1st seed, and Buffalo could still make the playoffs. Is what I'm saying.
Well, yeah, that's what we're trying to find out right now. Okay, so
right, if we be the 1 seed.
Baltimore. Okay, we beat Baltimore. That pushes Baltimore to 5th, and Cleveland up to 3rd. Now let's go.
What does that does for?
Steelers at Ravens. See, that's where it might matter. Steelers at Ravens.
The Ravens, the Ravens can help them. If the Ravens win, that helps Denver.
If the Ravens beat the Steelers, they go back to winning the North.
Right, which means that they also help Denver at the same time because they pushed them to number 7.
Right. Now, if Denver
they're actually helping Denver.
Right. Now, if Denver wins, nothing changes.
Nothing changes, so they don't even control their own destiny.
But let's
they don't even control their own destiny.
Ravens. Let's say Ravens are all down on themselves. They suffer injuries in the game against us, and they lose to the Steelers. Let's just say.
Color.
Hold on, bro.
The Broncos.
Alexander, I'm in the middle of this. What do you need, bro?
I apologize, guys. I just want to know is like if we beat Dallas and Baltimore and Buffalo, we clinching number 1 seed before the Week 18 game, right?
No.
No, but like, yeah, bro. Okay, so we've answered that like several times already, bro.
I'm sorry, man.
We can answer it again. Just let's get through this, man.
I'm sorry. I apologize.
It'll help you understand the whole picture anyway. So here we go, right? So let's say the Steelers win. That puts Cleveland back in the top spot, of course, and doesn't change much for Denver or Buffalo.
Right.
Now,
which means it seems like the Ravens are helping them a lot. It's helping out the Broncos.
Okay, well, we haven't got to the Browns Bengals game yet, so hold on.
Right, that might switch because a tie or loss will throw them 2 teams in the mix. Because if the Browns win,
again, look at that. Watch what happens between LA and San Fran between this stuff. Because look, LA's got the 6th seed by now. Look at this. Watch this.
Yeah, San Fran wins. Over LA wins.
LA wins that game, but watch what happens if San Fran wins it. Boom. Back Philadelphia loses the top seed. So LA could give Philadelphia the top seed.
And 2 teams in that division makes the playoffs. 2 teams in the bad division makes the playoffs in that scenario.
Right. Well, wait a minute here. Dallas, that didn't change much.
The Saints and Bucks actually make the playoffs in that.
So here we go. Let's go with the simple one first. Kansas City at Chargers. We all got the Chiefs, right?
Chiefs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll be the Chiefs on that one.
Houston at Indianapolis.
Houston.
Yeah, I'm feeling Houston.
Yeah, I'm Houston on that one.
Now, Indianapolis is sitting in
the season.
Indianapolis is sitting in the 4th seed at this point at 9-6.
Gardner
The
Minshew.
Texans are hold on. The Texans are 8-8, so they don't have a shot anyway at that point.
At winning the division, right? So it looks like Houston and Jacksonville. Indianapolis and Jacksonville is what decides that game.
Here's the thing. Look, though, if the Colts win and nothing changes, then nothing changes. But if the Texans win, the Colts are out, and the Jags get that division.
Right. So they will be playing spoiler for the Jags.
How only if the hold on, if the Colts win, right? Let's see what happens. Yep. Because the Jags can't get in by beating the Titans. So right.
The Steelers are
playing spoiler on the Jags and take the division.
Right.
Well, not playing spoiler, beating them for the division.
Hey, I heard real quick. I heard someone up here was looking for me. What's going on?
Come have a couple of drinks, Lewis.
You won an award, Lewis.
We're almost done, bro.
Hang on, Lewis. We're gonna tell you about your award you won.
Real quick, hold on, guys. Real quick. We got Browns at Bengals. Last game of the season.
Yeah, who's playing the Bengals?
Nothing happens if the Bengals win. If the Browns win, nothing happens for them either. We'll say the Browns win. Okay. Now we got Buffalo and Miami.
The Dolphins.
70 burger. 70 burger.
We keep
out the playoffs.
Knock Buffalo out of the playoffs. They have to beat us, bro.
Like that is so funny looking when you did that just now.
What about the other
That
AFC
knocked their
game?
ass right
Okay,
out
hold
of the
on, Crypto.
playoffs.
Crypto, let's change some of these around now that we see how this happened, right? So let's say the Ravens beat the Steelers. Buffalo's not in. Let's say Chiefs get upset in a stunning upset by the Chargers. Buffalo's still not in. Tennessee beats the Jags. That's what gets Buffalo back in the 7th seed.
Right, that's what I said. They can get in with us winning this first conference.
Right. Now here, let's try
us
this other
winning.
one. Hold on. I put it back to the Jags. Let's try this other one. Texans. The Texans could get the Bills back in.
Can get them in, right? That's what I'm saying. They can still get in.
Let me switch this back. Okay, so it would be the same thing. So
there's two scenarios. There's three scenarios.
Either the Texans winning or the Titans winning gets the Bills back in at that point.
Right, and the thing is, that only is possible with those two scenarios because we cleared the decks by going at the top seed and not creating tiebreakers.
Exactly.
If we was the second seed, let's say if we was lower than number one, no scenario will have the Buffalo getting in. Is what I'm saying.
That's why basically, if you're talking about the type of game, and I'm not saying the same team because I know we didn't play Minnesota this year, but we beat the Minnesotas of the world this year. And that's why we're sitting where we're at with the ability to control it by just beating the teams in front of us. 3 of them. And yes, they are good. That's what we want, right? No more.
Right. They will be playing the Chiefs. Wow. Another matchup with them.
Team and who's a bad team? We got 3 fantastic teams in front of us to beat.
We have 2 bye weeks.
We're going to earn everything we deserve at the end of it will be earned.
Well, see, in that scenario, this is a snapshot at that. They play the Chiefs in opening week. The Broncos got a Browns matchup, and the Ravens and Jags rematch from tonight's game.
So real quick, guys, I've got everybody like and share. First of all, thank you to 55 of you watching and everybody in chat. I've got to switch devices and go on a walk real quick to go grab some stuff from the little convenience store down the road. I'm going to be back on in about 5 minutes. Is it going to be the turnaround because cell tower service sucks. And I know Lewis and Sharif got some business. So, Crypto, Lewis,
we got some awards to give out.
I'll be right back.
I just want to know. Yeah. I just want to know what my name was called for. What was going on?
No, Lewis, we had an award. We had an honorary. Sharif had an honorary award to give you today on your your takes and football acumen and everything. So he wanted to give you an award. He wanted to present you an award today. So he mentioned it earlier, and he wanted you up here to present it to you. So, Sharif, what was that award that you had to give Lewis?
It's something like Alec Engel, where like we make you like the Dolphins Man of the Year candidate, to where like you can go deal with the kids. You don't get too deep into the football or 21 personnel or 2 tight ends. We just let you go out to the hospitals and meet the sick kids. That's what Lewis is. We give you the honorary casual fan of the year.
This man said the honorary casual fan of the year award, Lewis. That's what he said.
Was that it?
Yeah, that's what he wanted to present.
Wow.
Start clapping, everyone. Just clap, man.
Well. See, what's funny to me is right. So I'm the casual, but the coin phrase of panel killer was created for Sharif. See, it's funny to me when we do these Twitter spaces and we host all these Twitter spaces for 8, 9, 10 hours a day on Twitter. Everybody DMs me telling me, Lewis, come into the chat. Lewis, come host the Twitter space. Lewis, just fire up a Twitter space. Don't nobody do that for Sharif because nobody gives a fuck about Sharif. When Sharif comes on these panels, right? When Sharif comes on these panels, everybody says panel killer. Everybody says, why is Sharif up here? Everybody says, Sharif, you need to go down. They don't do that for me. So it's funny to me that I'm the casual. Hey. But people must like to listen to the casual.
Have you ever been on Steve? Have you ever been on Stephen D's channel? They have not paid more money for Pete to come off that channel than anyone else. They paid for me and you to come off too, Lewis. My point is, on sports music, you can see who they don't want on the channel. They pay for your ass to leave.
Yeah. And you noticed, Sharif, when you get knocked down, they don't pay for you to come back. When I get knocked down, other people pay to get me back up.
I haven't seen that.
Yeah, I know. Anyway. I know you haven't.
It has happened.
He trying to sneak it in.
It happens to people pay for them to come back up.
I ain't got to sneak. They do it. And the fact of the matter is, again, see, I call
you casual.
That show.
You don't like the Madden stuff. You don't like the 21 personnel. You don't want me breaking down Fangio's learning the defense.
You don't break down
you celebrate the Tyreek wins. Nah, you don't want to get into none of that stuff, and it's okay. But there's a name for you all.
I know. Well, again, Sharif, why do all these other platforms? See, again, while you were up here, right, on a panel where everybody else and stuff, I was getting.
It isn't a heavy title I carry, Lewis. It's just that I play Madden and I can translate making plays to the playbook.
Right, Sharif, you were just talking about calling me out. Now that I'm here, you just want to talk over me. The fact of the matter is, I was on another platform right now because I got called to go do another platform. Stephen D wants to co-host with him in the morning. Are you receiving those calls, Sharif?
No.
Why ain't they? So why ain't they coming after you, Sharif? Why are they coming?
I'm not a content creator. That's not me.
Why are they? Me neither. I don't have a channel neither, Sharif. So what I'm asking
that's what you're doing, though.
But that's not what you do. You come up here every day. So again, the fact that ain't you up here now? Are you not content creating right now on a
no?
So are you not giving your take? I thought you broke down the 21 personnel, Sharif.
No,
so when you're breaking down 21 personnel and your Madden takes. Are you not breaking down?
First of all, Lewis. First of all, like number one, people lack energy, and a lot of people are dealing with stress. The number one thing you have to do when you click StreamYard link, you have to bypass a lot of your demons, meaning speaking to people in open public where thousands of people can see you on YouTube. You have to break past that first. Secondly, if you come up to dispute anyone, you have to now know what you're gonna say, right? Substantiate your argument or discipline and do these kind of things.
You never know
hold on. If you don't click the link and you stay in the comments and you start offending Lewis, or you start going at Lewis' parents and all of these different things, there's a way Twitter does it. What I'm saying is you have to be strong in order to come on these panels. You have to be strong in order to substantiate your point. You should do your research before you come up on these panels. My point is you can't dispute anything that I've said breaking down the Dolphins. We like your takes, your entertaining way, but you're a casual fan.
I can break down that you.
No, you can't, Lewis. No. No. The Cuban lady on Futurama. No.
Sharif, listen. I have the power to start up a stream on this great network anytime we want. Me and you can do the all 22. I can come up here. Me and you can break down the all 22 if you really want to think.
EM is laughing right now. EM is laughing right now.
I'm not talking about EM. What I'm saying to you is, if you have my name as a casual, that's fine. I'm cool. I can be a casual. But
that's not a bad thing.
But what I'm saying is, for you to think that you know more football than me, because
in my pinky.
Again, I'm not going to keep screaming over you. I'm talking. You wanted me to come here. Now you just keep talking over me.
No, what I'm saying.
Okay,
I'm confident in what I know.
Go ahead, and when you're done. Right. The last time you were on a panel, you told all of us that Tua has ran for over 200 yards in a season, and you were dead fucking wrong. Because since I'm talking now, you're a fucking idiot.
But Lewis, you even said good for admitting when I admitted to you that I was wrong. You even said good for admitting I'll move past it now and drop down. But you're still holding to me weeks later, even though I admitted I was wrong.
You said that 2 days ago, not 2
What
weeks
type
ago.
of life discipline are you disciplining when a man admits he's wrong and then 2 weeks later you bring back stuff?
It was 2 nights ago. You didn't say that 2 weeks ago.
But see, now you're skipping over that a manned up in the front of you, and now you're bringing it up 2 weeks. I gotta see if I did not man up and said I was wrong 2 weeks ago.
But
You're
you
still
just
break.
play. But
So
you.
what are
But
you
you just
doing is
said.
leeching on. This is your
You
entertaining
just
plan,
said.
Lewis. This
You
is your
just
entertaining
said.
plan.
Hey, you
No,
just said.
men
Right.
man up.
Hey,
Move on.
Sharif,
You
you
realize
just
you're
said.
going into what
You know
women
what?
do,
Never mind.
right?
Yeah, hey, y'all man have a good night.
Exactly.
I ain't gonna sit here and argue over
Exactly.
you.
Because if a man mans up and you bring it up again, you're actually going into Kevin Samuels territory.
You're
Well,
absolutely
give
right.
him a
Hey,
second to respond, Sharif.
now can I respond to that, Sharif? The only reason I brought it up
Go
was
ahead.
because you just said that I couldn't prove you wrong, right? That I couldn't hold water to your take. So I'm just proving the fact that the other day, when again, I'm the reason you said you were wrong because I proved you were wrong. So when you
So
come out
what
here
should a
and you
man
say,
do? It's like
you know what,
Garnet
never
Silk.
mind.
Should I continue to lie and not say I messed up on stats?
Well, again, Sharif, but you said that the
Is this
reason
the
I'm not.
community of Dolphin fans who try to prove each other wrong and find fault?
Hey,
Or do
Sharif,
we
let me ask
try
you a
to
question.
hold the team accountable and get mad if the team doesn't live up to our standards?
Hey,
Or do I
Sharif,
hold Lewis to standards?
Let me ask you a question. When I
Hmm.
wasn't up here and you had my
You
name
know
in
you
your
can't
mouth,
win this, Lewis. I'm very smart and intelligent. You're not going to
yeah.
win this.
So so am I. See, right there, it's making it seem like you are smarter than me. See,
No,
you're trying to
I'm
be
saying you're a
condescending.
casual
You're
and it doesn't make you lower than me. It means that
again.
you don't know Madden
No.
plays. You don't know how to explain
You
and
know what?
break things
Never
down
mind.
a play just on defense or offense. You do not know strong or weak side formation 21 personnel. You don't know what the hell it is. You don't know.
So I don't.
So
So I
when I'm
don't. So
talking blocking and color knows what I'm talking about and
so I
EM
don't
knows what
know.
I'm talking about,
So
it
EM
doesn't
now
make
is
you
smarter than
less.
me. So now
Let
EM
us
is smarter than
explain it to
me.
the fans so they can learn.
Well, you know
That's
what's
all
funny,
I'm saying.
Sharif? You know what's funny, Sharif? I'm glad you brought EM up and color up and all these guys
I
that are much
learned
more
from
football.
EM. What the hell are you talking? That's who I learned more blocking
Am
scheme and shit from.
I allowed to fucking talk, or do I have to
Go
sit
ahead.
here
Go
and
ahead.
throw this fucking idiot in the goddamn back?
Go ahead.
Now sit there and shut the fuck up. Because if you were so fucking smart and I was such this fucking dumbass and casual, Cap, Color, Ali would have reached out to you to be on this great fucking channel. And they did it because you're a fucking
This is
idiot
sign
and a
language.
panel killer. You're a
This is
panel
sign language.
killer. You
You're
are
now
a
going
panel
into
killer.
offending someone
Right?
to, and you're going away
Never
from
mind.
Dolphins
Hey,
talk.
you
You're
gentlemen have
going
a good
away
night.
from breaking down plays, and you're also going into offending someone other than speaking about a team. This is what Kevin Samuels talks about. Men, grown men, we got to
I mean,
lead here.
you did kind of
And
insinuate that he wasn't smart, bro. That's
no,
kind of,
but
is
all
that
I'm
not
saying is
untypical?
if he's a casual fan, he doesn't have time in his life to break down plays. Maybe he has a family. What we're
Or maybe
saying
he
is
just
you're good,
chooses.
but
Maybe he just chooses not to, bro. Maybe he
right.
just
But
chooses
my
not
thing
to
is
display that
that doesn't
knowledge.
make him higher than EM or me or lower.
But it
It just
also
means
doesn't
that
mean he
when
doesn't
we
have the
break,
knowledge.
but it also means that
He
let
just
Color and I break it
all it
down for
means is he
fans.
chooses
Don't
not to
get
display
mad
it.
and say we're boring him and we're
Sharif,
boring the whole panel and we're boring people in the comments because he don't like to break down plays. Get your ass off the panel.
it has a negative connotation, even though you might say it's not negative to be a casual, but the way you use it, you're artfully using it in a negative connotation.
They don't have time for when I'm breaking down play. If you don't like that, don't listen to Alf.
I
Because I'm
mean,
telling you now,
in that
Alf from
respect, though,
Five Reasons
but from
Sports,
that
you're
perspective,
never
Sharif,
gonna listen to him.
but from that perspective, Sharif, I'm a casual because ain't nobody paying me. It's not like I work for some news network that's paying me for my journalistic work. You know what I mean?
Right.
We're all casuals if you're coming from that perspective. But when you say that just because somebody chooses, see, this is the logical fallacy that you're making. Okay, just because somebody chooses not to display a knowledge doesn't mean they don't have it. It could mean they don't have it, but it doesn't mean they don't. It just means they have not displayed it. They either
Right.
choose not to or they don't. But you can't just assume which of those two it is. Maybe he
Right.
just chooses not to display it.
And that's why we distinguish quickly, or I distinguish that it doesn't make you lower or higher. It makes you what you are, which is a casual.
But it also doesn't make him unknowledgeable.
No, it doesn't
That's
make
an
you lower
assumption you're
or
making
higher.
about him, which is sort of.
It doesn't
But
make
that.
you
But
lower
that's
or
it. But that's
higher.
it. But I get it. But
So then
what
how
you were
can you
talking
layer
about
that?
was.
But
But
you're still
what you.
layering a negative to it.
But no. What you were talking about was his level of
No, you're not
intelligence,
lower or higher.
not
You're a
whether he
casual.
chose to display it or not. You were originally talking about his level, not whether he chose to display it or not. Okay. And that was an assumption on your part to assume that he doesn't have the level of knowledge just because he chooses not to display it.
He chooses not to display it ever.
I don't walk around. Well, I mean, it's a post game panel where a lot of people are here to express how they like the fact that we won. I didn't. Lewis. Lewis. I don't think it was on Lewis's agenda tonight to come up and do a football analysis in that respect, dude. No, lots of people have it.
I can guarantee you one thing. When you see me watch film in the background and I come back, I try to come back with a
I mean,
perspective,
maybe he
not
just
just with
wanted to enjoy
statistics.
his Sunday. You see what I'm saying?
Right, that's what
Like,
I'm saying. Maybe as a family, in order to break down things to speak to Dolphin fans. But what I try to do is I start looking at stats and what the stats say and the QBR. What I start looking at is the trenches. Because Jimmy Johnson taught me a long time ago if you win in the trenches, you're going to win on third down. You're going to win on special teams because we're going to have field position like we had great field position this game. And so you need to win at point of attack. And so, once again,
now, do you
this is where
think
you
that
have to
Lewis doesn't
learn.
know that? Do you honestly
So,
believe
so
that Lewis
no,
didn't know that already?
no, I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is I had to learn what Patrick Graham was teaching. If anyone could remember, I'll give you a candy or a mint if you could remember what Patrick Graham teach. He teach leverage. He teach being violent, setting the edge, and he teach different disciplines in our fundamentals that we just did not have before he came. Then he had to. Then he left for Detroit, I think. But our defensive line room was already set by then. My point was Flores had the TNT wall. There was discipline. There was fundamentals. There was techniques. There was us not be able to create pressure, but we was able to create pressure with our scheme. And what that taught me was to watch film and see how why is Ogba getting 9.5 sacks? 5 of those came free. He was running free because someone took the edge and made him come free. That's when you watch the film. And I started watching film.
Yeah,
I
but
learned
you
the
know,
A
bro.
gap, the B gap, the C
But you
gap.
know what, bro? But you know what?
Doesn't make me
Again,
better than Lewis. Doesn't make me
no, it
better.
does.
I'm interested
It
in my
doesn't even mean.
team.
Here's the real crux
Mhm.
of the matter. It doesn't mean that Lewis doesn't either. That's what
I
you're
don't
failing
care
to
what he
realize.
doesn't know. But what I will
But you
not take
then
is if you're gonna break down something and dispute me, dis
then why would you
but
claim him publicly that he doesn't
because what
know?
everyone does on YouTube, and you complain about it a lot, Color, is they start to go either sign language, guilt, insults, or the need to be right. And one thing I am in this world, real world, is a coach. And one thing I will stop anyone from doing is doing just that. You even mentioned another way, stick manning someone to something, trying to prove the unapproval. But let me tell you this, Color, as a grown man, we should not be even insulting someone because we disagree with them about a Dolphins take. When we start to go into that, it's going into the bitch mode where vex women go into. And I'm not going to go into a vex woman mode with Lewis because I disagree with him with a Dolphin take. That's insults, guilt,
But
need
see,
to be right, sign language, and all of that
but
bullshit.
by saying that, you have now insulted him twice. You've insulted his intelligence, and you have now emasculated him. I just heard it from with my own ears.
Stop
Am I
it,
wrong
Color.
here,
Stop
crypto?
it. Stop
No,
it,
no, no.
Color.
Let's let
Stop it.
crypto. Let's let crypto arbitrate. Did I misread that, crypto? I mean, did I honestly misread that?
Color, stop trolling him, man. Stop.
Like you
Stop.
said, he does.
Stop.
You said he doesn't
Stop.
know what
Stop.
you know about football, and then you said he's acting like a woman. So you
Stop.
insulted his
Because
intelligence and
because I will never.
emasculated him.
But I did
And
not
I'm
go
just
into the
asking you.
insult.
I'm just
I
asking
did
you
not
if that's an
guilt
insult.
him.
I'm just
I did
asking
not.
you if you think that qualifies as an insult.
No, because I did not insult him. I did not
I
guilt
do.
him. I
I
did not.
personally do. It's my
ne-
opinion that
n-
that is an insult,
I
brother,
didn't have the need to be right because I after I listened to him, he
or
started to go
insult
into the
me.
effing. He went into his numbers of how he
Dude, you
gets
told him he
people to
was
come
acting
on a
like a
show.
woman. You told him he was acting like a
He
woman,
started to
bro.
go into all of the effing things and effing this and effing that. And all I'm
That's
saying
just
is
how
just
everybody
dispute me
knows. That's
and
how Lewis
substantiate
talks.
your point of what the points we are trying to make, other than
I rather
insulting
like the
Dolphin
use of the
fans
F
on a
word, bro.
panel.
I think the
Let's
use
just
of the
go
F
into
word
coast to
actually
coast.
is.
Let's
Wait,
go into
hold
color.
on, Sharif.
Sharif
No,
coast to
no,
coast, man.
Sharif. I actually believe that use of the F word is a sign of intelligence. That's my opinion.
Oh man, that's an
I think people
Anunnaki
that
take
use
of the
the F
night.
word, I think people that use the F word are on average smarter people than most other people.
That's the Anunnaki take of the night, guys.
That's been my experience in life. I mean, when I come across people that are really cutting edge, brilliant, they usually use the F word. I'm just
No,
saying.
listen.
Maybe I'm wrong. I
I
don't know.
think this season is lining up. Like how is it gonna be when crypto goes to that game in Baltimore and represents us?
Guy in the chat earlier
That's
was
gonna
dead
be a big game.
on cursing in front of children because most children now, on average, curse more than adults do.
Yeah,
So it's
the
no
thing is, right? I've learned to keep my energy in
part of
bliss
the English
because your
language.
energy can be poor. Like you can wake up and bring what you had at home to work, kind of thing. And what I've learned is listen to McDaniel a lot. I mean, adversity. I take adversity and then I try harder in other areas. Yeah,
Hey, I mean,
that,
you're kind of breaking up a little bit, crypto. But to make my point about the sign of intelligence and the F word, look at our head coach. Guy drops F bombs everywhere.
I love it. I
Pretty
love it
smart
in
guy.
Hard Knocks. Yeah, he's a fucking genius in that aspect. When but the thing is, when you do it right,
See, now
I did it just now.
you just ruined my
But
whole theory by using the F
but
word, Sheree.
but I did it because he was teaching in Hard Knocks. He was accomplishing the
It
guys
went
and
right
commanding
over,
respect.
bro. It went right
Right?
over, man.
I was doing that
Yeah.
in a mood where McDaniel was using that to engage with his players, right? Right? I was not doing that to offend anyone, right? Or to demote anyone. Like, you know what Twitter has become? Twitter has become oh, crypto must have gone out and he's coming back in. Twitter has become this place where, like I told you a couple of months now, color, you're a star now. Like you're not even a commanding like media member. You're a star now. Like people are gonna love you, they're gonna hate you, and that is why you're gonna make money. And that's what YouTube is. I think they take 30% off the super chats and something else, but you're gonna make money because of what they don't like and what they do. And you need to now just put 10 toes down in what you believe. Don't change up. And I'm going to change my genre for fans because fans don't like when don't use late night color takes and keep
No,
continuing to do it your way.
with me, it's more like I'm gonna change my genre because if I'm gonna deal with nutcases like I do in the Dolphin fan base, I might as well get into politics. I'd probably already be a millionaire by now. But no, I'm kidding. I'm not. You put way too much on me, Sharif. Trust me, I'm just a regular dude,
You
bro.
and EM are
If
alike. You
if
you you're
if
not
all that
like
happens,
trying
bro,
to,
if all that happens, then all that happens. I ain't afraid of it,
but
but
you and
I
EM
also
weren't
don't
looking
seek
for it.
it.
You guys weren't looking for the viral moments, but you have more than anyone else, kind of thing.
Actually, I just hate type. I hate typing, Sharif. So I always find a way when I involve myself in chat in a community to find a way to use their VoIP system, and that's what I
Mm,
always go to. I gravitate towards.
mm.
It's much
I
easier for me to express my thoughts with my voice than typing, and that's just.
I'll
Otherwise, I'd
I'll
be a
wait till
writer.
we're
I'd be writing articles every day.
I'll wait till we're backstage. I almost said something, but I think I said this to you before
But
backstage.
that well, yeah. Well, I don't want to. I don't really want to go down that road for the purposes of this stream. Sharif, no offense. I'm not trying to shut you down. But we are going to be shutting the show down now since it's just you and me anyway. I'm going to take the opportunity because Cap and I, El Capitan and I, are going to be calling the Jags and Ravens game tonight at 8 o'clock. Game starts at what 8:15 or whatever, 8:05 or whatever it is. So I got to create a stream for all that. Yeah. So I mean, try to make it concise. I know you're long-winded, and it's not a bad trait, but
Final thoughts
it does
is
consume time.
we have a plan, and I think guys, our target is Buffalo. We have to embarrass them, and fins up.
All right, that was quick. Man, that was surprisingly quick for Sharif. All right, buddy.
Everybody
Have a good
just put
night.
their target on Buffalo.
Well,
They listening to Sharif.
We'll catch you during or after the game tonight, man. Have a good one. And I will
Yeah, man. Take care.
chat with you. I'm going to stick you back there already. Well, that being said, ladies and gentlemen, once again, fins up. Our beloved Miami Dolphins took care of business today, like the norm this season, 30-0 against the New Jersey Jets in Hard Rock. Stellar day for the offense. Even more stellar day, galactic day for the defense, and I think we should all be proud of our guys. Everybody hit the like button. Make sure you're sharing the video out. Everybody's looking at me weird in Walmart, so I'm going to go ahead and find the button to hit the outro. And I want everybody to have a good evening. Make sure you're catching us in about 45 minutes right here at the Fins Tailgate, your home for all Fins content. And chilling at the virtual tailgate, the only one online that has actually worked. We appreciate you all chilling with us and bringing us the noise to the tailgate all the time. And you guys have a wonderful evening. Fins up.